welcome to Nettleton High School and Raider Field here in Jonesboro for this Friday night edition of Prep Football on Tubetown. Thanks for joining us on our Facebook page, the Tubetown online Facebook page. 71 degrees here in Nettleton, and we are excited to bring you the Nettleton Raiders as they host the Blytheville Chickasaws in this 5A East matchup. Andy Manus alongside Blake Gwynn this evening. Blake, we were talking a little bit about this game beforehand and talking about two teams that have a potential to put up a whole bunch of points. We could be, we could have a shootout on our hands tonight.
Absolutely. We could have a game that we could potentially look back on at the end of the season that said decided this conference. I mean, you can't describe the importance of this game, how good these two teams are, both of them coming off of wins. It's going to be a big night, should be a fun night, should be a lot of scoring.
Both of them coming off of wins against two teams who traditionally are at the top of the 5A East. The Raiders beating Batesville on the road last week by a final score of 17-3. And then, of course, the Chickasaws handling the Win Yellow Jackets last week 37-7. I think that's a score that probably surprised a lot of people. So you know the Chickasaws are coming in tonight riding high off those emotions.
Yeah, and Blytheville has had a really tough go of it as far as their schedule goes. They've had a tough schedule. Nettleton, this will be their toughest test so far. I'm interested to see how they do on the field against a team like Blytheville tonight.
Their defense has certainly made a statement here through the first 4 weeks of the season, only allowing 6 points to the Gosnell Pirates. They shut out Pocahontas. 7 points were allowed to Mountain Home, and then they held Batesville to just 3 points last week. If you do the math, that's just a little over 4 points a game that they're allowing on defense. So the Black and Gold looking to make another statement here tonight against their 5A East rival.
Yeah, they're yet to give up more than a touchdown in any given game so far this year. See what they do tonight.
The Raiders won the toss, and they elected to kick to start tonight's game. And there you see trying to maybe catch the Chickasaws a little off guard as we get set for the opening kickoff. Again, 71 degrees, a light breeze, and a beautiful night for football. And there is the opening kick. A great kick will make its way to the back of the end zone. And we'll have a touchback to start this football game.
Man, big time kick there. A lot of leg on that kick.
That's not a kick you see often at the high school level.
That's what I was thinking. And I kind of couldn't see it out of the corner of my eye. I thought, man, that was a big kick. Good start.
So the Chicks will come out and start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line under quarterback Jaheim Carter. They'll come out in the spread offense. And again, we'll see how the Raiders defense will do on the first drive of the night. Looks like the Raiders are going to come out with 3 down linemen, and we'll see if they bring anybody else up into the box to guard against this spread. 4 wide receivers and a man in the backfield for Carter. He'll hand it off up the middle, and he is immediately swarmed by the defensive front from the Raiders. So 2nd and 10 coming up after no gain.
Well, good job by the D line there for Nettleton. They just collapsed on the rusher there.
Also in on the stop, number 52,
running back Jermel Woods in the backfield there. Of course, the wide receivers Jalen Dye and Willie Bell. 3 wide receivers lined up on the near side here for Carter with the tailback to the right. And here in the first 30 seconds, we're going to have a Raider timeout.
Really unlike them there. Looked like they had a little trouble communicating there. Didn't quite have their defense set right either. They didn't also look like they might not have liked something they saw there from Blytheville when they came out of the huddle.
So Coach Steve Hampton will take a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout with them. 11:24 remaining in the first quarter. Tonight's game is being broadcast on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7, and you're watching it on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications. Welcome back to Raider Field here on the campus of Nettleton High School. Andy Manus and Blake Gwynn with you. Early on here in the first quarter, about 30 seconds gone by, the Raiders wanted to call a timeout. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Blytheville Chickasaws from their own 20. Looking to throw, deep pass down the far sideline. Got a man, but he dropped it on the far side, 45. That would have been 6 points all day for the Chicks.
Just off the fingertips of Witherspoon there. They had trips to the right and then went left and had the Raiders defense completely pulled to the other side of the field. Overthrew him just a touch, but still hit him in the fingertips, though. Good pass there by Carter.
Excellent pass. Should have been a touchdown, and now 3rd and 10 coming up. As Blake said, the entire Raider defense bit to the near side of the field. I don't know if they were trying to sniff out a screen or what, but the wide receiver was wide open.
Yeah, they cheated a little bit, and they almost paid for it. Got away with one there.
Trips again here on the near side, but it's a handoff to Jermel Woods, and Woods will be dropped not much further than the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up about 3 yards. 4th and 7 coming up. The punt team coming out on the field for the Chicks.
It will be a good night if the Raiders front four can do that all night long to him.
Again, if you're just joining our broadcast here on Facebook, also on 92.7 ESPN Jonesboro, the Raiders defense has been making statements all year long. They haven't allowed more than a touchdown to any of their opponents so far this season, trying to keep it that way here again tonight against the Chickasaws. A high, short kick on the punt will bounce on the near side 40 and will go out of bounds at the Blytheville 43-yard line. So they punt from their own 20. It's a punt of about 25 net yards. And I don't think that that's what Coach Fisher was looking for there on 4th down.
No, not at all. Now we can see the Raiders' run game and that big front four from their offensive line. Ronnie Bradley, Jay Pilgrim here, man. It's going to be interesting to see here short field position for the Raiders.
Quarterback Cade Carter out there standing just on the other side of the 45. Sends a man in motion as the Raiders set up at the Chickasaw 42. There's the handoff right up the middle. Running back now bounces to the outside. Lowered his shoulder. Got the yards needed for the first down and then some. A pickup of about 12. And the sticks will move down to the 30-yard line of Blytheville. 1st and 10, Raiders.
Going no huddle here. Big time run. Really had one man to beat there.
Only about 2 minutes gone by and a flag thrown now here before the snap on 1st and 10.
Offsides against Blytheville.
And it will be offsides against the Chicks. So they will gift the Raiders another 5 yards.
They don't need any help here. You saw that run game already on the first play. Now they're nearing the red zone.
And Raiders moving the ball from right to left on your radio dial. Ball spotted on the near side hash marks at the 25-yard line. There's the snap, handoff right up the gut. Tailback in trouble. He'll bounce off of one defender, but will be swallowed up in the backfield at the 30-yard line for a loss of 1, maybe 2. 2nd and 7 coming up. Run game didn't work on that play.
Huge play there for the Chickasaws. Get a little confidence back after they had it run down on them there.
Tailback Nathan Young in the backfield, standing to the right of Cade Carter. Now 3 men will go in motion. They'll flip the play over to the right side. It's a pitch out. Trying to find some space in the backfield. He'll move it past the line of scrimmage, but not much further than that. Nathan Young on the pitch out will actually lose a yard. So now 3rd and 7 coming up.
Nettleton sticks with him, but the Chickasaws defense stuck with him too there. That's what I'm liking to see out of the Chicks right here. If they can get a big stop on this one, do a lot for their momentum.
Well, they had the wide receivers bunched up near all of the offensive linemen and then just flipped them over to the other side from the left to the right. And so, maybe trying to catch the Chickasaws off guard a little bit, and it didn't pay off. And now play has stopped with 9:10 to play here in the first quarter. I think we had maybe a uniform malfunction. We had to get a player off the field because something was wrong with his uniform. So now they've got a substitute coming on.
Yeah, looks like Mike Williams went out there. Jalen Gundy coming in. Trips over to the left this time, Andy. See what they do.
Ball spotted right between the hash marks at the 27-yard line. Carter awaiting the snap. Now he's going to look over here at the sideline to try to get a new play. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Fires it over the middle. Slant pattern caught. and gang tackled at the 15-yard line. More than enough to once again move the chains for another Nettleton Raider first down.
It's Darquavius Kane there. Perfect slant route. He was wide open on the middle of the field. Carter hit him perfectly.
And it took about 6 members of the Chickasaws defense to finally bring him down. No huddle, it's a handoff for the Raiders. Again, that's Young trying to run to his left, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield for no gain. I think he might have lost a yard there.
Yeah, they've shut down that run game on this drive with the exception of that first play we saw. They're going to force Carter to go through the air.
This will be the 6th play of this drive. It started on the Chickasaw 43-yard line. They've had it for about 2 minutes now in the first quarter. Setting up 2nd and 11 with 3 wide receivers and a tight end. Looking to throw on the far side. Tipped by the wide receiver. It'll fall to the turf incomplete. That was a dangerous pass, trying to once again catch his wide receiver on a slant pattern, but it was well defended.
Very dangerous pass. You'll see double coverage coming in. That's good help from the safety right there coming over to get that. Knocks it down. Lucky that wasn't intercepted.
That's already a tight window to try to throw to, and as you said, the safety made it a lot tighter there. Now 3rd and 11 coming up with 8:07 to play here in the first. Ball at the 17, spotted between the hash marks. There's the snap, pump fake to the near sideline. Now going to the end zone. Too far for his intended receiver, Marcus Eisel. But that was a good-looking play there. You pump fake to the flats, and then you go deep on the post route.
Yeah, I saw Isom come out. That play worked just as the Raiders drew it up. Pass just overthrew him a little bit.
So now on 4th and 11, the Raiders look like they're going to attempt a field goal here. And from what we saw on that opening kickoff, may not have any problem hitting it as long as he can get it through the uprights. Distance won't be a problem for Michael Golden.
Yeah, he's got the leg.
It's up, and I think he curved it through there. He did.
Michael Golden's 34-yard field goal.
Good kick there for Golden. We saw him on the opening kickoff with the touchback. He gets the Raiders on the board.
A 34-yard field goal will put the Raiders up 3-0 over the Chickasaws with 7:57 left to play in the first. We're back with more action here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7 and on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
You live. We put you first. Introducing You First Banking, only at First National Bank.
To Nettleton here on this Friday evening. Thanks for joining us on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7 and here on the Tubetown Facebook page. Andy Manus and Blake Gwynn here with you in the first quarter. 7:57 left to play. The Raiders lead the Chickasaws 3-0 after a 34-yard field goal from Michael Golden.
Yeah, we set up the big front four for Nettleton. Ended up being the passing game that got them down to where they were at.
This is a low line drive kick, but it'll once again find its way to the back of the end zone. Golden 2 for 2 on kickoffs tonight, making touchbacks.
Kid's got a leg. Definitely a chance to play at the next level, judging just by what I've seen early. Very impressive, and he's got him on the board already.
So now the Chickasaws will come back out and try to answer. Jaheim Carter and the Chickasaws not able to get anything going on their first time out. Went 3 and out with a punt. It was a pretty short punt at that, about a 25-yard one, and that put the Raiders in pretty good field position.
Yeah, they're going to have to move the ball here, get a little momentum going, also get field position away from the Raiders.
4 wide receivers for Carter. He's going to hand it off, running to the left, across the 20, across the 25, slung down at the 27-yard line on the far side of the field. A nice little pickup on the ground that time for the Chickasaws, and got to feel good about getting some positive yardage here.
Woods runs with a lot of power. He's going to gain yards if they can give him any room at all. They did that time. They could do one more of those. They'll pick up their first down of the game.
2nd down and 3.
Woods standing to the left of Carter. The Chicks going from left to right on your radio dial. And now they're going to look to the sideline before they snap on 2nd and 3.
Trips again.
They got the go ahead, and they're looking to throw. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. Tosses it to about the 45-yard line, and it's incomplete. Looked like the intended receiver was Corey Weatherspoon.
Looked like a little pre-designed throw there. Nobody was wide open. Good defensive coverage in the secondary for Nettleton.
Good job by Jaheim Carter also. He kept his eyes down the field the entire time, even after he was flushed out of the pocket.
Good throw off the wrong foot. Strong throw off the wrong foot. Good tight spiral. You can't take that for granted at the high school level.
Again, coming out with trips here on the right side. Woods standing to the right. Ball spotted on the far side hash mark. 3rd and 3. Here we go. Woods takes the handoff. Gets hit in the backfield, but he makes his way back to the line of scrimmage. I think he would have rather taken the hit in the backfield than the one that stopped him. He gets held up at the line, and now 4th and 3 coming up after that big hit.
You know, at this point, we saw the punt from Blytheville. You wonder if it isn't 4-down territory for them right now. With the punt they had earlier, they really need a first down and get the field position back on their side.
And with a short distance to go, I think they are going to go for it. 4th and 2 coming up for the Chicks. Again, the ball spotted on the far side hash mark at their own 28. Nobody in the backfield. 5 wide receivers. Watch out for the jet sweep here. We'll see if they run it. Nope. It's going to be a design run. Carter to the near sideline. Didn't make his way down quite in a slide, and he kind of got creamed, but he still picked up enough yardage to get the first down.
That was a big run there. Big play. He got around the edge on speed alone. Look at he turns the corner there with his speed. That's a big first down. They really couldn't punt it. They advanced the field position. Got a little huddle up here, though, from the officials. See what.
I think they may, I don't know if they're trying to determine if Carter was going down, and well, they're going to signal first down. I just saw that from the head referee.
A little bit of a spot issue, but I think we got it figured out. They're going to have the first down either way, it looks like. They got all kinds of things going on.
Yeah, now it looks like they're sending Tyler Gant off the field. You see 53 walking to the sideline over there. I guess, once again, maybe had a uniform malfunction.
It doesn't look like any sort of injury-related thing. That's happened. That's the second time that's happened.
Yeah, the referee pointed at him and sent him on his way. So
yeah, doesn't look happy about it.
Yeah, Devin Kamek will come in, number 63. And here we go. The play clock will start again. The game clock will roll as well. 6:20 and counting left to play in the first quarter.
See if they can use that momentum.
Yeah, and that stoppage might have put a halt to it.
I know it.
1st and 10 from the 33. There's a high snap. It's an option play. Carter's going to keep it himself. Trying to bounce to the outside. Can't find any room to work with. He's dropped for no gain, so 2nd and 10 now coming up.
Went to the short side of the field, just really nowhere for him to go. Did everything he could. Watch the Nettleton defense swarm here. They're all over him. When one guy misses, the next guy just steps right up.
I think he made the right read, but as you just couldn't do anything with it. It was a well-defended play by the Raiders. So now here we go on 2nd and 10 once again from the 33. Carter looking to throw. He'll roll out to his left now. Still looking to throw. Got a flag in the backfield. Toss deep downfield. That is caught. No, incomplete.
We're going to have a holding there, it looks like.
About 4 players went up to get that, 2 from each team, and I thought a Chickasaw came down with it. As Blake said, there will be holding in the backfield, and we do have a Nettleton Raider down at about the 42-yard line. He's up now, though, and looks like maybe just a bit shaken up. He didn't need help getting up at all. It is a holding call against the Chicks.
You know, nice pocket formed there for Carter, but as the defender tries to slip by, there was that hold right there.
And once again, you see here on the replay, he goes up, had a chance to get it, did Corey Weatherspoon, just couldn't haul it in.
That was kind of a go-get-'em there. He threw it up, hoping his guy could go up and get it. Unfortunately, the holding would have negated anything that happened there, so it's 2nd and huge.
After the 18-yard spot fail, it'll be 2nd down and 23.
Yeah, ball spotted at the 20-yard line, according to our PA announcer, 23 yards to go here. Oh, and a big hit in the backfield. I don't know how Jermel Woods shrugged off the first one, but he did not shrug off the second one. He is dropped behind the line of scrimmage, 3rd and even longer coming up now.
I don't know how he got out of that one right there, but the next guy up.
Woods on the carry.
And then it's just a swarm of Raiders.
Yeah, Desmond Mosley, the initial Raider to get in the backfield there. He was the one that laid that big hit on Jermel Woods a few plays ago.
Play doomed from the start. Again, they need to do something here. They're in trouble, pinned deep into their own territory.
Ball spotted between the hash marks at the 15-yard line. Carter looking to throw. He steps up in the pocket, dodges one defender, still behind the line of scrimmage. Now he's going to tuck it and run across the 25. He slides and he is hit right about the time he went to the ground. He picked up about 10 yards on the scamper, but not nearly enough to move the chains up for a first down. So 4th down coming up.
Look at the pump fake.
What an athletic move.
Hit him with the pump fake. Those are big yards, though. They didn't get the first down, but once again, they didn't need to be trying to punt deep from within their own territory like that. Let's see if this punt goes a little better.
Well, this punt will be the 9th play of this drive. It'll end the drive. It's been about a 3-minute drive here for the Chicks. Just trying to keep it out of the hands of the Raiders, and this punt goes much better than their first of the night. It'll bounce at about the Raider 45. The Raiders come up and catch this one, and the return man is dropped immediately. Marcus Isom on the return there. And I guess he was just trying to field it like a ground ball and find something to do with it.
That was a gutsy play by Isom. Didn't work out for him. Could have ended badly, but he didn't get anywhere. But I did like the guts on the play. He fielded it on the hop. Got a Sunday hop, too. Went right to him.
It'll be 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Their 2nd time out here in the first quarter, and they'll set up shop once again from their own 39-yard line. They'll come out in the shotgun formation. They'll send a man in motion. It's Kane who goes in motion as Carter takes the snap. Play action, rolling out to his right. Tosses it down the field. Oh, and that should have been intercepted at the 42-yard line. The Chickasaws read that underthrown pass perfectly, and John Johnson should have been headed the other way with it.
It's one of those you just had to slap yourself in the head. He had it right in his hands, but it's easier said than done. It hit him right in the hands, though. He'll be disappointed, but still good defensive positioning by him.
Cade Carter was trying to find a seam route down the far sideline and didn't throw it nearly deep enough. His receiver had to turn around to come get it, and he didn't get a chance to lay a hand on the potential interception there. As Blake said, it just went right through his hands. Now 2nd and 10 coming up. 1 wide receiver. It looks like we've got 3 bunched up here on the near side. Now they're going to all flip to the right. Ball spotted between the hash marks on 2nd and 10, and flags. Nope. Excuse me. Timeout, rather.
Timeout, Nettleton.
Yeah, the Raiders going to burn their 2nd timeout here in the first half. They have 1 remaining with 3:44 left to play here in the first quarter. We'll go ahead and step aside with them. You are listening to this simulcast on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7. You're watching it on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hoke Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
At Hubbard & Hoke, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery.
Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust.
Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love
Hubbard & Hoke Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
Andy Maness and Blake Gwynn welcome you back to Raider Field here on the campus of Nettleton High School. 3-0 is your score. 3:44 left to play here in the first quarter. Nettleton football 2nd and 10 on their own 39-yard line. They took no time after the timeout getting back on the field. Here we go. They had 2 backs in the backfield, but it's a handoff to Nathan Young. Tried to follow that lead blocker he had, and he was able to pick up about 3 yards. So now 3rd and 7 coming up.
They run, look, watch Kane run ahead of him. He's a hoss, man, and they ran him right out ahead of him. Lead block, picked up some power yardage there.
Yeah, Jarkavius, sorry, his name's a little bit difficult to say. Jarkavius Kane, he stands in at about 6'4", and you look at him out there on the football field, number 82, wearing black and gold. You can see he stands a good, shoulders length above everybody else.
He stands out, yep. Watch this here.
It could be a wheel route here. Sends the running back over to the far sideline. Nope, setting up a screen here. 45-50, far sideline. The tailback is knocked out of bounds. That's Marcus Isom on the reception there.
Sent lane in motion. Isom gets the screen pass. Perfect. perfect design play there to pick
Gain
up
of
that
12 on the
first down.
play.
Yep,
First
sent
down,
everybody on a
Raiders.
vertical route except for the tailback, and while everybody was looking for the deep ball, the tailback was able to just run right across on a crossing route. Here's another handoff for Isom. Nope, check that. That's Marshawn Lane
ball
on the carry. He picks up about 5 yards on first down. Now 2nd and 5 coming up.
There's that
Check
big
that
front
number
four by
72.
Nettleton, just
Jerome
moving the line
Spiller.
wherever they want them to
Gain of
go.
5, second
And they're
and
right
5.
back on top of it. 2nd and 5. Here's another handoff to Lane. He makes his way through the middle, dodging tackles left and right. He's down to the 35-yard line, but a flag comes flying out.
Number 13, Amani McChristian. There's a flag on the play.
Probably going to be a hold here, that would be my guess. Yep, there it is.
Holding against the Raiders.
Boy, it's tough. That was a good run play.
That was a good run play. Lane, he dodged about 2 tackles while he was running through the gaps here. Watch him. There's 1, there's 2, there's a 3rd. And then finally that 4th one, number 13, comes in there. Amani McChristian tackles him by his legs, but once again, that play negated.
After the penalty, it'll
Have
be
to back
second
up
down
and
13
try
for
it from
Nettleton.
2nd and 13, and already the Raiders ready to go here. 3 wide receivers and a tight end. There's a handoff right up the middle. And a nice little pickup on the ground with a head full of steam there from Nathan Young.
Very impressed with the speed of Nettleton's offense right now. They are really getting the play called in, getting it
Gain
snapped
of
quickly.
6. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
And they are trying to repeat the success that they had last year. Finished 11-2, 6-1 on the year. Their only 2 losses were to Wynn and Pulaski Academy. 2 teams that you don't really feel too bad about losing
Nope.
to.
Yeah, you can take that in the end of the season.
3rd and 7 coming up for the Raiders here. There's the snap, pump fake, toss over the middle, complete, 1st down.
There's Kane again.
Kate Carter's pass.
He is a big target,
To number 82, Jarquavius
and he is making the most of his
Kane.
chances here tonight. I believe that's his 2nd catch on the evening, and it
Gain
will
of
move the
11.
chains.
First down, Raiders.
And here we go once again. The Raiders are ready. There's the snap, another handoff. Oh, tailback smothered in the backfield, and Nathan Young just gets dropped immediately by the Blytheville Chickasaws.
By number 72, Jerome Spiller.
Spiller, man, in the backfield immediately. No
Loss of 3 on the
chance.
play.
Yeah, Nathan
2nd
Young,
13.
I don't think knew what hit him.
No. He looked up, he was right in his face.
So now 2nd and 13 coming up. This will be the 8th play on this drive here for the Raiders. Kane goes in motion to the far sideline. 1 back in the backfield, it's Young. He'll take the handoff. It's a delayed handoff. He'll take it right up the gut, and he'll pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards. And that should make it 3rd and about 8, maybe 9 to go.
Jerome Spiller.
See what Carter can do here. A little pressure on him. Should be a
Onside.
passing down. We'll see what they pull off here.
45 seconds left here in the 1st quarter. Time for about
It'll be
1 more
3rd
play,
down, 10
depending
for
on how
Nettleton.
this one turns out. 4 wide receivers. Kane is lined up in the slot on the far side. Ball spotted between the hash marks at the 30.
What's going on with Blytheville? They've sent another player off the field. Something with his helmet chin strap. Looks like his chin strap. That's what we're getting from over here.
That's the 3rd time, as you said, that we've seen that. Now 3rd and 10. Here we go. Raiders looking to throw. Incomplete as they try to toss it right over the middle. Try to catch Marcus Isom, and he'll drop it.
Yeah, hit Isom right in the hands. Good little pass play. It's not going to work out.
Yeah, take a look at the replay here. Pump fake. Threw it right where he could haul it in, but it went right off his fingers.
We're going to see a field goal attempt here again, aren't we?
Well,
Punt.
I was going to say Golden hit one from 34. This one would be a touch further than that one. It
Wishful
would be about
thinking.
44.
I wanted to see him do it. It's a punt. It's a good
I think
call.
we all wanted to see him do it. Little
That's a good
pooch
punt.
punt. Excellent punt. Didn't have a whole lot of height on it. I think a Chickasaw might have touched that. They're going to fall on top of it inside of the 20-yard line. That was a great punt. And again, I believe that was Cade Carter out there who punted that football.
Yeah, very good little pooch kick. Just killed it where it stood.
John Johnson.
Good play, though, by Blytheville to get on it. That thing could have ended up pinned down really quickly.
And they will now start from their own 19-yard line, will the Blytheville Chickasaws. This is where they have set up shop every time tonight. After 2 touchbacks here in the 1st quarter, Now a punt sets them up here on their own 19. Ball spotted on the far side. Hash marks. Chickasaws are ready to go. There's a handoff to Jermel Woods, and he will burst through the line of scrimmage down to about the 25-yard line. A nice pickup of about 6 yards, and that should take us to the end of the first quarter.
Good little power run there. That will take us to the quarter.
J.D. Brown on the
Would
stop
not have
for
thought
Nettleton.
we'd have entered the quarter 3-0 here.
I don't think that's the way Coach Steve Hampton wanted the first quarter to go, but I think Coach Ben Fisher is pretty proud of his defense right now as we head to the second. 3-0 is your score. The Nettleton Raiders lead the Blytheville Chickasaws in this 5A East contest. We're back with the second quarter here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7 and on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
The Jonesboro Advertising and Promotion Commission welcomes you to the Downtown Jonesboro Barbecue and Music Festival. This year's festival kicks off Friday, September 28th with the second annual SCA Steak Contest and live music from Fuel. Then Saturday, it's the 10th annual KCBS Sanctioned Barbecue Contest with $10,000 in cash prizes. Then Saturday night, Smash Mouth rocks the Ritter Communications stage. It's the Downtown Jonesboro Barbecue and Music Festival, September 28th and 29th, presented by the Jonesboro A&P Commission.
We welcome you back to Nettleton High School. Andy Manus and Blake Gwynn here with you as we get set to start the second quarter here on Tubetown and ESPN Jonesboro 92.7. I want to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by First National Bank and Hubbard & Hope Furniture. Appreciate those sponsors for helping us out with this broadcast. 3-0 is your score. The Nettleton Raiders lead the Chickasaws. The Chickasaws do have the football right now, though. 2nd and 4. As we get set to start, we flipped ends of the field, so the Chickasaws are now going from right to left on your radio dial. Ball spotted on the near side hash mark, 25-yard line. 3 wide receivers set here for the Chicks. They're going to hand it off to Woods right up the gut. He's trying to fight off black and gold jerseys left and right. He's going to pick up maybe an inch. 3rd and 4, it will remain.
You know, 2 teams that have scored over 100 points already this season. Nothing doing really for either offense, but we knew Nettleton was solid defensively coming in. Have yet to give up more than a touchdown at any game so far this season, and yet to give up a touchdown yet in this game.
3rd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw, flushed out of the pocket. Carter running to the far sideline. Now he fires on the run just in front of his wide receiver. It'll hit the ground. That would have been enough to move the chains, but the pass to McChristian is just a bit short.
Pass rush, getting to Carter there. Didn't really have anything to do. He fired off a decent pass, just came off a little short. Now they're going to need a good punt to flip the field.
Impressed with, once again with his throwing strength, especially on the run. Just couldn't quite find his target there. It'll be Marcus Isom back to return at about the 50-yard line. Let's see who that is getting ready to punt this one away here for the Chickasaws.
Looks like Dinkins.
So Dinkins is standing back at about the 15-yard line. He was out there counting players. The Chicks didn't have enough guys out there.
They've had all kinds of trouble with stuff like that. They've had several players come in and out with helmet malfunctions. Now we're backing up. Is that a?
Yeah, I guess either. From our PA guy, Craig Miller here, it was a delay of game. I missed the call, but they backed it up 5 yards, not doing the Chickasaws any favors here tonight. So Dinkins now standing inside his 10-yard line, getting ready to punt this one away. Isom is back standing at his 50, ready to return. Oh, Raiders got close.
Blocked.
Yeah, got close to blocking that one. It'll take a bounce on the near sideline at about the 46 and will roll down to the 45-yard line. Marcus Isom just standing there daring somebody to touch him near that football.
Yeah, not much he could do there. That almost was blocked, so they'll take that relatively decent field position considering how far back they were pinned down. A lot of momentum. Raiders have a chance to capitalize here, though, almost at midfield.
Yeah, they forced the Chickasaws into a 3-and-out for the second time tonight. So the Chickasaw defense could be a little bit winded here. 2 backs in the backfield. Here goes a man in motion. Fake the jet sweep. It'll be a handoff to the man in the backfield, Nathan Young. Young just lowered his shoulder and tried to drive right through that Chickasaw line, and they said no. They pick him up and drive him backwards.
Access denied. Watch him lower his shoulder. Watch those two pair up. Good tackling, good form as they stop forward progress.
Yeah, Tyrone Pope, one of the chicks in there on that stop. Forward progress did give him a couple of yards, so 2nd and 8 now coming up. Ball spotted on the near side hash mark.
Watch and see if Nettleton here, they're running a little slower, but they'll speed up if they get a little momentum going.
Yeah, we've already seen tonight they love to run that no huddle. Here's Kane going in motion on the far sideline. It's a pass. Screen set up here on the near sideline. Caught across the 50. Now down to the far side 45-yard line near the first down marker. Should be enough for a first down. Nettleton.
Looks like he got it. Watch how they use Kane as a decoy and then throw it to the opposite side of the field for him. You always have to be watching Kane, and then they hit Phillips for that big play.
Yeah, that big 6'4" body out there, we've talked about it. He's a great decoy out there. Oh, and that low pass is incomplete on 1st and 10. Carter trying to catch Carl Lewis on the far side of the field and threw it a bit too low.
Tough pass to catch anyway. It was thrown a little low. Lewis couldn't do anything with it. Defenders were right on top of him anyway, just better it was incomplete.
So now the 5th play of this drive coming up here for the Raiders. 3 wide receivers on the far side of the field, 1 on the near sideline, and Carter is going to use the hard count to get an offsides.
Good hard count there. He jumped offsides very clearly. Big yardage there for the Raiders. They have a little momentum going.
Yeah, Darius Nichols, the guilty Chickasaw, hopped right into the neutral zone, trying to get a jump and get in the backfield. Nathan Young in the backfield right now for the Raiders, standing behind Carter. They've got 3 wide receivers and a tight end. It is a handoff to Young. He's got a hole right up the gut. He's got first down yardage and more down across the 25-yard line to about the 24. A big pickup on the ground for the Nettleton Raiders.
We talked about pregame, the front 4 for the Raiders. Huge hole, plenty of room to run for Young.
He went untouched for probably the first 10 yards of that run. And now play has stopped. We've got a timeout called by the Blytheville Chickasaws, so we'll take a timeout with them. That's just their first timeout here in the first half, so they still have 2 remaining. Nettleton has 1 remaining. Clock has stopped with 10:06. The Nettleton Raiders lead the Chickasaws 3-0. You're listening to this game here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7. You're watching it on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just 1 call, and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
Welcome back to Raider Field. Andy Manus and Blake Wynn here with you. In the second quarter, 10:06 remaining. The score is 3-0. Nettleton leading the Chickasaws. They've got the ball right now. Do the Nettleton Raiders 1st and 10. They are threatening to get inside the red zone. 1st and 10 at the Chickasaw 24. Hey, now we've got a Nettleton Raider coming to the sideline, possibly with a helmet malfunction. So not just the Chickasaws we're seeing the referees get on to here. Now the Raiders are getting into a little bit of equipment trouble. Well, player is substituted, so now they're ready to snap the football. 1st and 10. Here's a jet sweep fake. It's a handoff to Young right up the gut. He's across the 20-yard line, picking up another nice set of yards on 1st and 10. It'll be now 2nd and 4 after the run up the gut from Nathan Young.
He's hard to stop. If he gets any speed at all and any room to run, he's going to gain some yards.
3 wide receivers. There's the snap. And it's Young with a big hole up the middle once again. He's across the 10-yard line, down inside the 10-yard line for another 1st and 10. It'll now be 1st and goal for the Raiders.
You want to talk about a next-level play. That was a small gap. It was a gap. The line opened it up, but it wasn't very big. He read it, and he found it. Watch the size of the gap he finds right here.
Tiny.
Yeah, tiny. Virtually non-existent. That was a big play. You talk about a kid making things happen.
After the 5-yard penalty.
That would come back to have a hold on that play.
5-yard penalty, so I wonder what that was. I guess it Maybe a false start or maybe an illegal motion. I'm not sure. Young is in the backfield alongside Kane, possibly to block for him. Look for another handoff. Chicks have got 10 guys standing in the box. Fake the handoff one way. This time it's a handoff to Kane. The big 6'4" wide receiver will take it right up the middle on the option. He'll move it down to the 18-yard line. So now 3rd and 4 coming up.
Love the way they use Kane right there. It shows him a lot of different looks. He could block for Young. He could take the pitch. He could go out for a pass. I love the way they use him. They're a lot of fun.
And you got to keep your eye on him because he can do all those things. Now they've got 3 backs in the backfield, a little bit of a full house formation. Now they'll call an audible. Everybody bunched up. It's a pitch out to Young, running to his left. He lost the football. Chickasaws looked like they fell on top of it. And Blytheville might have caught a break.
Big time.
Recovered by Blytheville.
Didn't look like, we'll take a look at the instant replay, but it didn't look like anybody really punched it out.
He just never had
a good grip on it.
He never had the pitch to begin with. And I think Jalen Dye is the Chickasaw to come up with it. No, that's big number 50. That's Deginald McNeil.
It'll be 1st and 10 Blytheville.
Just never had a good grip on it. He was holding it on his side, and when he slipped down, he lost it.
So that gives the ball to the Chickasaws. 1st and 10 now from their own 18-yard line. Big break, a delayed pitch to Woods. Woods right up the gut. He's across the 25-30. He's got nobody left in front of him. It's a foot race to the finish with 1 man left to beat. Inside the 20-yard line, he will be dragged down from behind. And a big pickup on the ground that time for Jermel Woods. The Chickasaws. What a play there. I don't even know what to say.
Dude, unbelievable. Just finds a room, finds a seam, and off he goes. Explosive play. Good play call there, too, as he just had the defense in shambles.
Take a look at this. See if
Anderson. That was close. I don't think it was a horse collar. It was close. Good play, though.
I think Coach Fisher was out there trying to argue that.
Fisher wanted that one. It was borderline. Really hard to tell. But I'm going to tell you, good hustle there by Anderson to even get him down at all.
Huge pickup on the ground that time. Now here's another handoff running to the left. Tailback will lower his shoulder. He's still on his feet, bouncing around in there. That's Jalen Gunby.
So much speed on the field for both teams. Watch the way the defense just moves to that side.
A host of Raiders led by number 5.
Good defensive play by the Raiders.
Yeah, J.B. Brown, the one swarming to the football there. Man, that run got me flustered. I didn't know what to do.
I loved it. It was good looking. Good looking play, Andy.
2nd and 9 now from the 14-yard line. It's an option. Carter running to his right, stumbled out of the gate, and eventually just took a trip to the turf at the 15-yard line.
He's having all kinds of troubles. They put Velcro on the bottom of his cleats, look like that. I don't know what happened. He just stumbled right out of the gate, never quite got it back.
So now they'll try it 3rd and 10. Ball spotted at the Raider 15-yard line. Chickasaws want to try to put it in the end zone here and capitalize while they're in the red zone. 4 wide receiver set, 3 on the near side. Ball is spotted on the far side hash mark. Carter's getting an audible here from the sideline. Brian Dinkins is the tailback in the backfield. Carter looking to throw. Fires it off the hands of possibly the wide receiver and the defender there. It'll go out of bounds. 4th and 10 now coming up.
He threw this pass really, really hard. Probably the reason his guy didn't catch it, but probably also the reason the other guy didn't catch it too. He's got a cannon.
And once again, he did that on the run.
Yeah, I haven't seen him throw a pass from the set position yet, and he gets a lot on those passes.
4th and 10 now for the Chickasaws from the Raider 15-yard line. Got to get down to the 5 or score a touchdown. Carter looking to throw. Got plenty of time. Now he's flushed out, steps up. Now he's being chased down. He's going to step up in the pocket and run with it. Gets down to about the 5-yard line and took all that time, and I think he falls about a yard shy.
That was unbelievable. Wouldn't you like to have had the tracker on him, follow him around on that time? He was all over the field. Watch this.
Take a look at the replay. He had plenty of time. Great job by his offensive line. One man breaks through the line, makes kind of a half-hearted effort to get to him, and then finally forces him to run with the football. And man, the defense just collapsed once he crossed the line of scrimmage.
It's kind of like the defender on that play. It's like, man, I'm not chasing you. You just do your thing. My guys will get you on the other side.
So 1st and 10 from for the Raiders now inside their 10-yard line. It's a handoff to Nathan Young, and he'll be dropped for a loss. 2nd and 11 coming up now.
On the stop for Blytheville, number 15, Ladarius Allen.
This is really a time where the Raiders can show us what they're made of. Pinned down deep in their own territory. That good ground game coming into play. Still can't believe this game's 3-0.
3 wide receivers for Carter as the Raiders are looking to get it out of this spot that they're in right now in their own territory. Play action, toss over the middle to Kane, caught at the 15-yard line, taken across the 20 down to about the 22. A first down completion for the Raiders, and now they have a little bit of breathing room.
Thrown behind Kane a little bit, but a good catch, and once again, he's always going to pick up some yards after the carry.
16, first down Raiders.
Yeah, I think a gain of 16 there through the air, and with 5:45 and counting left to play here in the second quarter. The Raiders trying to string a few plays together here. Avoided giving up any points off of a turnover. Here's a play action on 1st and 10. Oh, nearly picked off by the Chickasaws. That was great defense that time from John Johnson. And how about that? That's his second chance to pick one off here tonight, and he hasn't been able to haul in either one of them.
You know, he was right with him step for step the entire time. Really, really dangerous pass. Good defensive play, though.
Yeah, great job by Johnson reading that. And so now it's a 2nd and 10 play coming up here for the Raiders. Ball spotted at their own 22. 2 backs in the backfield. He'll send one in motion to the far side. It's a screen to the near side for Kane, but it was tipped by the defensive lineman. Once again, great defense there by the Chickasaws, and that's Deginald McNeil. 2nd time we've called his name tonight.
Had 2 guys in the area. The front one tips it. The second one almost had it. Again, trying to target Kane, but good defensive play by the Chicks.
Yeah, Mike Williams was over there almost, as Blake said, had a chance to possibly pick that one off of the tip. So 3rd and 10 now coming up for the Raiders. 4 wide receivers. Carter takes the snap, looking to throw to the near sideline. He's got Kane in double coverage. Caught at the 40. He's still on his feet. Nobody in front of him. Kane to the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. No flags.
Big time catch. What a catch. What a throw by Carter. And then I love the step right here. This is an unbelievable throw and catch. He throws it up for grabs. Kane has the height advantage, makes a huge catch, and then steps right over his guy, and off he goes. Unbelievable.
That was a 72-yard pitch and catch from Cade Carter to Jarcavius Kane. 6 points on the board for the Raiders. Golden on for the extra point. There's the snap. Kick is through the uprights and good, and the Nettleton Raiders now lead this one 10-0 after that absolute bomb of a pass from Carter to Kane. 5:16 remaining here in the first half. You're listening to this game on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7. You're watching it on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
And barbecue sauce on it. It is absolutely delicious. Ask for the Nettleton Nasty. The Nettleton Nasty meal deal for $7.
How much bandwidth will satisfy your home's hunger? The average household now has more wireless devices in use a day than ever before, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. HD streaming and gaming can use large amounts of data and slow down speeds for other users. The more devices you use, the more bandwidth your home needs. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get up to 100 megs with internet from Ritter Communications. It's the speed you need to power all your devices. Call today.
Manus and Blake Gwynn welcome you back to Nettleton, where the Raiders have hopped out now to a 10-0 lead over the Blytheville Chickasaws, courtesy of a 78-yard touchdown pass from Cade Carter to Jarkavius Kane. What a throw and what a catch and run afterwards.
You know, it would have been really easy. I mean, Kane made a terrific catch, but Carter put that ball right in between two defenders and hit him pretty much in stride. What a good-looking football play.
And now the Raiders will be kicking off from the 40-yard line, so I'm assuming some unsportsmanlike conduct at the end of that play. Ball taken inside the 5-yard line. Chickasaws are bringing it out. They're across the 20. They're across the 25 and down to about the 27-yard line on the far side of the field. Chickasaws get a decent little return, and now they will start with the best field position I think that they've had off of a kickoff all night. Corey Weatherspoon, the return man.
Weatherspoon, good return, a lot of speed, got a lot of room to run, and let's see what they can do here. We've had our first touchdown. Blytheville needs to get something going, but Nettleton's defense is so difficult to get moving on.
Well, we saw them have success with one huge play on their last drive, but it fizzled out right there at the 15-yard line. They went from 15 to 15 in one play. 1st and 10. It's a handoff for Woods. Woods trying to break his way through that line of scrimmage, but a defender got a big old paw on him and would not let go. I don't know who that was that held him up. he couldn't get a yard past him once he did.
Like I said, Nettleton's defense is so tough. Still yet to give up a touchdown in this game. We've said it over and over and over again. Haven't given up more than a touchdown in any game so far this year. They are so tough to get anything moving. Blytheville's going to have to get it going through the air if they're going to make big things happen.
Well, it looks like they're going to come out with an empty backfield here. 12 seconds left on the play clock. It doesn't look like they're ready to run a play yet.
Yeah, they got to go.
Now 6 seconds left on them. Well, they reset it now.
Got to reset.
Empty backfield. Carter looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the near sideline, far sideline rather. It's caught. Juke move, and the ball's down to the 45-yard line. What a move out there on the defender by Amani McChristian. Caught the ball, juked the defender, and picks up a 1st down.
Good, strong pass, and then goes on from there. Good move.
About lost the football there at the end of that, though, it looked like. He looked like he was struggling to hold on to it. Either way, the Chickasaws now have it at their own 46-yard line. Ball spotted on the far side, hash marks. And the Chicks have 4 wide receivers. Look like one of their offensive linemen trying to rearrange some things here. There we go, 1st and 10. There's the snap, fakes the handoff. It's a screen here to the near side. The receiver will juke one defender and pick up about 4 yards before he's dropped. And that was Kylan Wells on the reception there. He picks up about 3.
Carter threw on the run again there, hits his receiver, but Nettleton doing a good job adjusting despite a real strange play.
Chicks look like they want to go ahead and get back on top of the football. Carter comes out with an empty backfield. 5 wide receivers, 2nd and 7. Now he's looking to throw. Carter to the far side of the field, over the defender, caught at the 40. And that's McChristian, who's dropped at the 36-yard line. More than enough to move the chains for a 1st down. What a gutsy throw. Just threw it right over the defender.
Great pass, just right over him, got him all turned around. Really good pass. Carter can pass the football. That's what they're going to have to do tonight, because they're not going to have a lot of success on the ground against Nettleton's front 4.
13 seconds left on the play clock. 3 minutes left in the 1st half. There's the snap, 1st and 10. It's a handoff to Woods. Woods will take it right up the middle. Flag comes flying out at the end of that as Woods is rolled out to the far sideline at about the 35-yard line.
Interested to see what that'll be.
Yeah, that came flying in at the end of that play. Personal foul. It'll be a face mask on the Raiders.
Personal foul. Face mask.
So often when you see them come out at the end of the play like that, it's going to be a personal foul. It wasn't in the area of holding. Let's see if we can take a look at it here on the replay. They're all trying to reach in there and get that football.
There's just a lot going on right there in that. Somebody grabbed the face mask. Big penalty. Those are huge penalties. And now Blytheville has got to get on the board here.
Yeah, their 2nd trip to the red zone tonight. Failed to get in there their last drive. And now here on the 5th play of this one, they're going to try to strike pay dirt. 1st and 10 from the 20. Carter backpedaling, looking to throw. Pump fakes, fires, caught at the 5-yard line. McChristian into the end zone. Touchdown.
You want to talk about a quarterback taking charge. Those two throwing and catching, McChristian and Carter connecting multiple times on this drive. Really good drive by their quarterback and their leader here.
What a pump fake. I think both the cornerback and the safety were looking for that deep route, but on the pump fake, McChristian made a cut to the middle of the field from the sideline, and that cut and that pump fake was all it took to get the space necessary for that touchdown.
We said it when they were on the other side of the field. They had to throw the football. That's where they went.
Here's Dinkins on the extra point attempt and had plenty of distance. In fact, he smoked a car, but it's no good.
That's probably my truck out there. It's about where I parked.
Bounced off the hood of a Ford. It doesn't get any extra points for that, but it's 10-6 now after this touchdown catch. 2:27 left to play in the first half here on Tubetown.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit ritterbusiness.com today.
Andy Maness and Blake Gwynn welcome you back to Nettleton, where the Raiders have just given up their average here for the season. Gave up a touchdown to the Blytheville Chickasaws. They still lead. The score is 10-6 with 2:27 to play here in the second quarter. It was Jaheim Carter hooking up with Amani McChristian for a 20-yard touchdown catch.
Jaheim took over on that drive. He found his key target. He made things happen, made several good throws, and he got his team on the board against a tough Raiders defense.
So now the Nettleton Raiders will try to answer, and they'll try to do it in a hurry. 2:27 left to play in the first half, and they have one timeout. And we may have a delay of game here on the Blytheville Chickasaws. The play clock hit 0 out here. Chickasaws getting ready to kick off after that extra point, but they weren't ready to go. I had everybody on the field. It is a delay of game. They're going to back them up 5 yards.
That's tough. You don't want to do that on a kickoff. That's tough. You don't want to give a tough offense any more than they get, and then they back themselves up on the kickoff. He needs a good kick here now.
And Coach Fisher is in the ear of the referee over there.
He's not happy.
So kicking off from their own 35-yard line. There's the kick, and play is blown dead immediately. So I think we must have had an offsides, perhaps.
Offsides.
The flag is thrown back there at the 30-yard line, right near where Coach Fisher was arguing with that referee.
Yeah, for a second I thought we might have had it was unsportsmanlike over there, right where it was thrown. Fisher was pretty hot about that last call. Well, it's not what it was, but man, this kickoff not going the way that they wanted here.
So now they'll have to kick off from their own 30. Put a lot of leg under this one. It'll be caught by Kane at the 25-yard line. Out to the 35, now to the 40. Taken to the middle of the field between the hash marks. He'll be stopped at about the 46-yard line, and here come the Raiders with 2:20 left to play in the first half. Again, they have one timeout. Chicks have 2 remaining.
And that was just a byproduct of the issues on the kickoff. Pretty good kick there, but Kane gets it. He's hard to bring down anyway, and they're at midfield to start this drive.
Yeah, starting at their own 46-yard line. Cade Carter comes back out, and you see Jarkavius Kane there. He's kind of walking gingerly, and that's a player to keep an eye on there for the Raiders.
Yeah, we don't want to see that. He's been a big source of offense and got their only touchdown tonight so far.
So Cleveland Overton, number 40, will come in for him. You see him in the backfield there. Carter takes the snap, hands it off to Young. Young right up the middle between the 2 guards, and he's going to pick up about 8, maybe 9 yards. They'll spot him with 8, and it'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, again, you see Jay Pilgrim opening up the big hole right there in the center. Completely clears things out.
Some big boys on that offensive line, and they have been creating really nice gaps for Nathan Young to run through. Young is again in the backfield on 2nd and 2. Ball now on the Chickasaw 46-yard line. It's Young once again on the carry. He will lower his shoulder, pick up the first down yardage, and about another 10 yards after that. He's down at the Chickasaw 35-yard line with 1:42 to play in the half.
Again, watch where Pilgrim is. He's going to be right there in the middle of it every single time. Huge run by Young. Also good to see Kane back on the field that play.
Yep, and you see him back in there now. He's blocking as Young takes this run to the outside. He picks up what looks to be another first down.
Nathan Young on the carry.
As the Raiders are taking no time getting back on top of the football, running play after play as quick as they can. And you see they've already got their personnel on the field to go here on 1st and 10 after the chains move again.
You know, one of the things you see there, that time it was the two guys we talked about, Ronnie Bradley on the outside, making room for him to go around the left side.
The Chickasaws want to call their second time out of the first half. We'll take it with them. 1:29 remaining. The score is 10-6. Nettleton leading Blytheville. You're listening to it on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7. You're watching it on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
First down for the
Welcome back to
Raiders.
Nettleton. Andy Maness and Blake Gwynn here with you with 1:29 left to play in the first half. Nettleton Raiders have it right now, 1st and 10 on the Chickasaw 25-yard line. There's the snap, play action, looking for a receiver over the middle. The pass is incomplete. Trying to get that out to Marshawn Lane, but it's a bit too tall. Well drawn up, though.
Good defensive play here. It was a good play, and defender was just right with him, overthrew him just a touch.
Yeah, that was great defense there. They faked the jet sweep and the handoff almost simultaneously on the play action, and then obviously went for the pass there. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Ball spotted on the far side hash mark. 4 wide receivers here for the Raiders. High snap. It's fielded. It's a handoff to Marshawn Lane. Lane patiently following his blockers will make his way down to the 20-yard line, a pickup of about 5. Now 3rd and 5 coming up for Nettleton.
Lane picking up the run that time as opposed to Young. Young gets a majority of the carries, but Lane has made some things happen tonight.
Yep, Lane will stay in the backfield on this 3rd down play. 4 wide receivers. There's the snap. Kane looking to throw. Far sideline. Got a man inside the 15. He is pushed backwards in a big way. He caught the ball inside the 15, and I think he was pushed back to about the 19, and that's where they're going to spot him.
Yeah, they give him a good spot if you're the Chicks there. That could have gone either way, depending on how they decided to call that. So it's 4th down. 30 time is running down here in this half, too.
Take another look at the replay here at this catch. You'll see him catch it at about the 13-yard line, and then he's pushed backwards, and
I'm not so sure about the spot there on that one, but
Coach Hampton not happy about it.
They going to run one more play here, or are we going to walk off? Yeah, they got to get one timeout.
Yeah, play clock was ticking down to 0.
Going to run. Give us one last shot. Ought to be fun.
12 seconds left to play here in the first half. We'll go ahead and step aside for the final play. 4th and 2 when we come back here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7 and on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
Introducing Ritter Home Security. Ritter takes care of protecting what's most important to you, from threats like unwelcome visitors and fire, to making your life easier by putting the control of your home at your fingertips. Use the free app to shut the garage, lock the door, turn off lights, arm the system, and more. You can even turn back the thermostat to help save money on your energy bill. Plus, get a snapshot when your kids get home. It's smart, beautiful, convenient, and ready for your busy life. Ritter Home Security.
It's 4th and 2 after this play for the Nettleton Raiders. You see the receiver catch the football. He's pushed backwards behind the first down marker, and that's where the ball was spotted. They didn't give him forward progress, and now the Raiders attempting a field goal here. Low line drive kick, but got plenty of distance, and it is through the uprights. The accuracy of Michael Golden. will make the score now 13-6 with 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. We'll go ahead and keep it right here after that three-pointer there by the Nettleton Raiders. Good little drive, capped it off. That was the 7th play of that drive, and it took about 2:27 off of the game clock here in the second quarter.
Raiders had to settle for the field goal there, but it's a good thing they have their kicker. Take another look here. I mean, I'm telling you, this kid can kick. Line drive style kick, but he got it through. He's been big for him tonight.
Yeah, that was about a 35-yarder that he just booted through. He already hit one earlier in the first quarter from 34.
Little difficult on the spot on that particular play. Might have been the difference. And then, of course, finishing it off, though, on a positive note with the, like you said, looks like about a 35-yarder.
Yeah, it looked like the ball was spotted at the 20. You give him the 10 for the end zone. You always have to do the math on the field goals.
Yeah,
we need a chart for that.
Took one math class in college, and so I do tend to struggle with that from time to time.
So time for a little bit of magic here for the Chickasaws. At least they hope so anyways. There you see Amani McChristian. He's got the lone touchdown of the evening here for the Blytheville Chickasaws. He's going to try to make something happen here with 10 seconds remaining. I would imagine that the Raiders might just be content to maybe pooch kick this one, or
I wouldn't give them a chance to do anything. You got all the momentum headed into halftime.
And you get the football right after the break as well. Nettleton won the toss tonight and elected to receive first in the second half. So see what they do here. There's the kick. They're just going to give the Chickasaws a chance. Caught at the 5, taken out to the 10. Now they'll throw it back to the return man on the other side of the field. He's still on his feet, making his way through the middle. And McChristian will run out the clock here in the first half. Blytheville trying to get a little bit tricky and creative there at the end of the second quarter. It didn't pay off. The two teams now headed to the locker room with a score of 13-6. The Nettleton Raiders leading their 5A East opponent by a touchdown. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll go ahead and analyze the first half for you and talk a little bit about some of the other games that are going on around the area. That's all coming up on the Ritter Communications halftime show. You're listening to this game on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7. You're watching Prep Football on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers, wowzers. For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications, right by you.
High-speed internet for every grown-up, grandparent, kid, teen, and in between. Ritter's got it. Every JPEG, MPEG, and GIF for the working mom or the working stiff, loaded in a GIF. Whether you're a blogger, gamer, or pixel tamer, don't be a slow-speed blamer. Don't waste your time waiting to load that page. Get Ritter high-speed internet. It's all the rage.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
You work here, you play here, you live here, and yet most of what you watch on television is about somewhere other than here. Until now, we proudly present Tubetown, TV about you. Tubetown is a Ritter Communications exclusive network featuring local sports, community events, unique and original programming from our community. Tubetown takes what's best about television, what's best about the community, and brings them together. Tubetown, only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Technology was supposed to make our lives easier. No one told us about the plethora of glitches, viruses, hackers, hundreds of passwords to remember, and getting all our tech to sync up. Introducing Tech Home, technology made easy for you and your devices. Tech Home makes it easy to set up, protect, and enjoy your internet-connected devices anytime, anywhere. Security, password management, backup, and premium tech support. Get back in charge of your digital life now with Tech Home.
Satellite TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract, then saddle you with second-rate service and price increases. Ritter delivers TV service with stunning HD channels, plus bundle savings on the area's fastest internet, and a better home phone service with no long-term contracts, backed by our local customer care team. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a dish. Visit RitterCommunications.com to learn more.
It begins with a click. And no matter where you are, you have countless choices at your fingertips. On the road, on your break, even in your own backyard. A world of entertainment is just a click away. Simply go to RitterCommunications.com/TV Everywhere to get started. Ritter Communications, connecting you to everything that matters.
With so many great mega services available from Ritter Communications, it's hard to pick just one. Save a bundle with bundled services. Talk as much as you want, when you want, with unlimited long distance. Get the speed you need with up to 15, 30, 50, and even 100 megabits per second internet. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter.
Welcome you back to Nettleton and Raider Field. Andy Maness and Blake Gwynn here at halftime. It is 13-6. The Nettleton Raiders lead the Blytheville Chickasaws by a touchdown. But it has been a pretty competitive game through the first two quarters, Blake.
Absolutely. You know, one thing we knew, Nettleton was tough defensively. We also knew these two teams score a lot of points. Turns out our defense was what prevailed here. Blytheville did a solid job stopping them in the first half. But in the end of the day, you and I were talking about this while we were in commercial break. Nettleton runs that up-tempo offense. They make very few mistakes, and it's really paid off for them so far in this game.
Yeah, it really has. They've done a good job, honestly, just keeping Nettleton to only 13 points. We were talking during the break just a moment ago. Nettleton has ran about 10 more plays than the Chickasaws have. That up-tempo style that you're talking about the Raiders running, I mean, man, they're efficient when they run that. They don't run it like a high school team. You wouldn't think that you're watching a high school team as disciplined as they are. We haven't seen any false starts. The only penalty we've really seen out of the Raiders has been that face mask penalty that they had in the second quarter. They're just playing good football all the way around. But again, as you said, got to give credit to the Chickasaws as well for hanging in there. Man, that drive they put together in the second quarter to score that touchdown, it was quick, it was efficient. Jaheim Carter, as you said, he just took over that drive.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. Blytheville's playing a solid game here. They've gotten in a little bit of trouble with some penalties, but they're hanging right in here. You know, they've given up over 100 points this season, and they've held Nettleton, a strong offense both through the air and on the ground, to just 13 points here with only one touchdown. I have been so impressed with both of these teams tonight. We were talking about it. It's hard for me to imagine there's two better teams in this conference than the ones we're watching here tonight.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you're talking about a team that both of them averaging over 26 points per game, and here we are at halftime, 13-6. It seems like it's a bit of a, I guess, a low-scoring affair for both of these teams.
It is. You know, I thought we would see just a ton of points tonight, but so far, it's been pretty solid on the defensive fronts.
In the second half, I think we both look for a little bit more of Jaheim Carter. I think that we'd both like to see Carter come out and really just take things over like he did on that touchdown drive. I mean, he came out with purpose, and I mean, he really led his team down the field. And if they can hold Nettleton after this kickoff, Nettleton is going to get the football back to start the third quarter. If they can perhaps force the Raiders to a 3-and-out, give Carter some time to build up some momentum to start the third quarter, this could be a completely different football game.
We've got a ball game on our hands, and you said it. We need to see that exact same Jaheim Carter for the rest of the game. They're going to have to throw the football. They're going to have to throw the football because you're not going to pick up a ton on the ground against Nettleton's front on defense. Carter did what he needed to do. He's got a strong arm. He can pass from the pocket. He can pass outside the pocket. If he does that, it'll open up the run game. Again, we have a ball game on our hands here. It's going to be a good second half.
13-6 is your score. Nettleton leading the Blytheville Chickasaws in this 5A East Conference matchup. Still about 13 minutes left in the halftime break. We're going to step aside for a quick breather. When we come back, we'll talk about some of the other games that are going on in the area and around Northeast Arkansas. Again, 13-6, Nettleton leading Blytheville. You're listening to this game on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7. You're watching it on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
put you first. Introducing You First Banking, only at First National Bank.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
At Hubbard & Hope, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery.
Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust.
Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love
Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
The Jonesboro Advertising and Promotion Commission welcomes you to the Downtown Jonesboro Barbecue and Music Festival. This year's festival kicks off Friday, September 28th with the 2nd annual SCA State Contest and live music from Fuel. Then Saturday, it's the 10th annual KCBS Sanctioned Barbecue Contest with $10,000 in cash prizes. Then Saturday night, Smash Mouth rocks the Ritter Communications stage. Hey now, you're an all-star. It's the Downtown Jonesboro Barbecue and Music Festival, September 28th and 29th, presented by the Jonesboro A&P Commission.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call, and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
How much bandwidth will satisfy your home's hunger? The average household now has more wireless devices in use a day than ever before, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. HD streaming and gaming can use large amounts of data and slow down speeds for other users. The more devices you use, the more bandwidth your home needs. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get up to 100 megs with internet from Ritter Communications. It's the speed you need to power all your devices. Call today.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit ritterbusiness.com today.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Introducing Ritter Home Security. Ritter takes care of protecting what's most important to you, from threats like unwelcome visitors and fire, to making your life easier by putting the control of your home at your fingertips. Use the free app to shut the garage, lock the door, turn off lights, arm the system, and more. You can even turn back the thermostat to help save money on your energy bill. Plus, get a snapshot when your kids get home. It's smart, beautiful, convenient, and ready for your busy life. Ritter Home Security.
Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 100 megabit internet might be like, 100 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications, right by you.
High-speed internet for every grown-up, grandparent, kid, teen, and in between. Ritter's got it. Every JPEG, MPEG, and GIF for the working mom or the working stiff, loaded in a GIF. Whether you're a blogger, gamer, or pixel tamer, don't be a slow-speed blamer. Don't waste your time waiting to load that page. Get Ritter high-speed internet. It's all the rage.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
You work here, you play here, you live here, and yet most of what you watch on television is about somewhere other than here. Until now, we proudly present Tubetown, TV about you. Tubetown is a Ritter Communications exclusive network featuring local sports, community events, unique and original programming from our community. Tubetown takes what's best about television, what's best about the community, and brings them together. Tubetown, only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Technology was supposed to make our lives easier. No one told us about the plethora of glitches, viruses, hackers, hundreds of passwords to remember, and getting all our tech to sync up. Introducing Tech Home. Technology made easy for you and your devices. Tech Home makes it easy to set up, protect, and enjoy your internet-connected devices anytime, anywhere. Security, password management, backup, and premium tech support. Get back in charge of your digital life now with Tech Home.
Satellite TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract, then saddle you with second-rate service and price increases. Ritter delivers TV service with stunning HD channels, plus bundle savings on the area's fastest internet, and a better home phone service with no long-term contracts, backed by our local customer care team. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a dish. Visit RitterCommunications.com to learn more.
It begins with a click. And no matter where you are, you have countless choices at your fingertips. On the road, on your break, even in your own backyard. A world of entertainment is just a click away. Simply go to RitterCommunications.com/TV Everywhere to get started. Ritter Communications, connecting you to everything that matters.
With so many great mega services available from Ritter Communications, it's hard to pick just one. Save a bundle with bundled services. Talk as much as you want, when you want, with unlimited long distance. Get the speed you need with up to 15, 30, 50, and even 100 megabits per second internet. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter.
Welcome back to Nettleton High School. Andy Manus and Blake Gwynn here with you at halftime between the Nettleton Raiders and the Blytheville Chickasaws. 13-6 is your score after the first two quarters, and we are in store for a good second half of football between these two 5A East opponents. A very tight game between these two teams. The second quarter, we saw 16 points between the two of them. Kind of went back and forth there, and we expect more in the second half.
Yeah, I think, again, we've got a ball game on our hands. Both of these two teams playing solid football games. If the Chicks clean up just a few mistakes, they're going to be right there the rest of the way. Should be a great second half.
Yeah, I think if you're Coach Ben Fisher, you're very happy you're only trailing by 7 points after two quarters. Looking at some of the other scores from around the area, last time we checked in with Valley View and Forest City, the Blazers were winning that one 21-6 in the second quarter. Wynn is leading Greene County Tech 14-13 at the halftime break. How about Pocahontas losing to Westside right now at the halftime break? 36-13. Westside up on top of Pocahontas right now. You didn't hear me incorrectly there. Corning over Manila 24-20 at the halftime break. Osceola over Walnut Ridge 21-7 at the halftime break. And then a close one between Newport and Hoxie. They're at halftime 14-13. Newport leading Hoxie. And then Gosnell and Rivercrest going at it. Rivercrest coming up to the 4A East, or the 4A3 this year, and they are showing, they're just throwing their weight around.
Yeah.
21-14 over the Gosnell Pirates in the second quarter.
Wow, they're not having any trouble whatsoever. Man, we're in full swing now.
Yeah,
we're rolling in football season.
Yeah, it's hard to think that we're almost halfway through, and Here in just a couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about playoff pictures and all that kind of thing. But, I mean, here tonight, talking about playoffs, this is a game that could potentially decide the conference. We talked about at the beginning of the game. This game could determine who comes out on top of the 5A East, especially when you look at the kind of year that Wynn and Batesville are unfortunately having.
They're struggling a little bit. You know, those two teams are struggling, and it's really opened a window for these two teams who have played really well and progressively gotten better the past few seasons. It's opened a door for them. Again, there's a question mark out there with Forest City. How good are they? I think it could be a three-team race between those three teams, and these two teams here tonight have proven that, I mean, they're going to play with anybody all season long, and I do. I think we'll look right back to this game tonight. One of these teams took it to the next level, and it's their turn in the 5A East. Yeah, the Chickasaws have shown that they can hang with some of the bigger and better teams. I mean, they did lose by 20 to West Memphis, 15-35, the final of that one. But you look at their very next game against Marion, they only lost that game by 2 points, and the Marion Patriots are a good football team. They've gotten a lot better the last few years. But again, the final score, that one 37-35, a very close one. And then they just absolutely stomped Wynn last week by 30 points. So, you know, like you said, the Chickasaws are showing that they're making strides towards the top of that 5A East division. I think you start at one place with both of these teams. You look at their head coaches. From the time that both of these head coaches got here, things have changed. There has been a culture shift. Blytheville went through a little bit of a Rolodex of coaches there. You know, they had a good coach there with Vince McCroskey. Unfortunately, he had to step away. That was an unfortunate situation, but Ben Fisher stepped right in, and he has turned that program completely around. And the same thing can be said for Hampton at Nettleton. I mean, both of these programs, from the time these coaches got there, have started making strides, going in the right direction. The window has opened for them, and we're seeing them on the field here tonight. Yeah, and Nettleton's got to feel good because, I mean, you look back 10 years or so ago, back in 2005, 2006, the Derek Lawson era, and the offensive line that he was running through all the time. I mean, those were the powerhouse Nettleton Raider days, and the past 2 years, it's looked like they're back. Yeah, you're watching some vintage football between these two teams. Have storied histories of being really, really good. Both of them went through a down period roughly around the same time. And it's fun to see them back. It's fun to see a little bit of a change at the top of that 5A East. It's been Wynn Batesville every single year, and that's great. We appreciated what they did. Which one of those two teams is going to play PA this year is always the question. That's it. And tonight they've both made statements about why they deserve to be in this conversation. Again, the score at halftime, 13-6, Nettleton leading Blytheville. We're still at halftime. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the third quarter kickoff for you. You're listening to this game on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7. You're watching Prep Football on Tubetown, live, local from Ritter Communications.
You live. We put you first. Introducing You First Banking, only at First National Bank.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
At Hubbard & Hope, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery.
Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust.
Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love
Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
The Jonesboro Advertising and Promotion Commission welcomes you to the Downtown Jonesboro Barbecue and Music Festival. This year's festival kicks off Friday, September 28th with the second annual SCA Steak Contest and live music from Fuel. Then Saturday, it's the 10th annual KCBS Sanctioned Barbecue Contest with $10,000 in cash prizes. Then Saturday night, Smash Mouth rocks the Ritter Communications stage. Hey now, you're an all-star. It's the Downtown Jonesboro Barbecue and Music Festival, September 28th and 29th, presented by the Jonesboro A&P Commission.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
How much bandwidth will satisfy your home's hunger? The average household now has more wireless devices in use a day than ever before, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. HD streaming and gaming can use large amounts of data and slow down speeds for other users. The more devices you use, the more bandwidth your home needs. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get up to 100 megs with internet from Ritter Communications. It's the speed you need to power all your devices. Call today.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit ritterbusiness.com today.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Introducing Ritter Home Security. Ritter takes care of protecting what's most important to you, from threats like unwelcome visitors and fire, to making your life easier by putting the control of your home at your fingertips. Use the free app to shut the garage, lock the door, turn off lights, arm the system, and more. You can even turn back the thermostat to help save money on your energy bill. Plus, get a snapshot when your kids get home. It's smart, beautiful, convenient, and ready for your busy life. Ritter Home Security.
We welcome you back to the third quarter here between Nettleton and Blytheville. And to start the third quarter, the Raiders are going to pick up where they left off with some excellent field position. Loose football, there's a scrum for it, but on the kickoff, it's returned to about the 49-yard line is where they spot it. The Nettleton Raiders will come out moving from right to left, and have it 1st and 10, again from their own 49, right at midfield. Great return.
We were just a little dash tardy to the party, getting back there, but we caught the gist of it. Big gain there on the kickoff. Huge play. Lucky that wasn't a fumble. That was close.
It was close at the end of that one, but the Raiders set up shop. 3 wide receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. Kane is one of them. He'll be ahead of Young. Young gets the handoff. He'll bounce to his left across the 50, across the 45. Knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line with a stiff arm. Nathan Young picking up right where he left off in the first half. Another 10 yards, another first down for the Nettleton Raiders.
Take a look at where the block comes from once again. Jay Pilgrim over there picks it up. He was limping a little bit after that last play. Oh, they're fast.
Raiders already back on top of it. Here's another handoff to Young. Young running to his right. Now he'll run back to his left, runs into a pile of white jerseys at the 40-yard line. He'll be stopped short. And it looks like 2nd and 10 coming up. No gain on that play.
Yeah, Young leveled Reginald McNeil right there. I mean, when it looked like it was actually Young that hit him. And that was a big hit. And I think it was Young when he was running with the stiff arm that hit him. I'm not sure. He seems to be in a lot of pain, though.
Yeah, Reginald McNeil down on the turf right now for the Blytheville Chickasaws. We're going to step aside while they tend to him. 11:22 left to play in the third quarter. 13-6 is your score. Nettleton leading the Chickasaws.
Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 100 megabit internet might be like, 100 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Reginald McNeil making his way off the field after he's injured on this play here. It looks like might have just got rolled up on there at the end of that play. You see number 50 just dropped there at the top of that play. You see he's on the turf there, but he made his way off the field. 2nd and 10 after that injury timeout. Here's a jet sweep. and stopped in the backfield by the Chickasaw defense. That's Zasmine Bell on the tackle.
Big time tackle in the backfield immediately. No chance to do anything. And we are seeing this Chicks defense step up big time in this game. You know, they weren't getting a lot of appreciation early, but they should for what they've done so far tonight.
Yeah, big play there. It's 3rd and long now for the Raiders right at midfield. 4 wide receiver set. Hard count. Got him.
You will notice that Nettleton doesn't get a lot of penalties, but they have forced 2 of those tonight with that hard count. Good quarterback there by Carter.
Yeah, and so that makes it 3rd and it was 3rd and 17. That'll make it 3rd and 12. Still a ways to go, but that'll definitely help out. Ball spotted right in the middle of the field between the hash marks. Again, 3rd and 12 from the Chickasaw 42-yard line. 4 wide receivers. Young is in the backfield with Carter. Looking to throw. Over the middle, caught at the 40. Oh my goodness, incomplete actually as the wide receivers drilled upon catching it.
Was that Amani McChristian, our big-time wide receiver they've been using all night? What a hit.
Another look at the replay. The intended receiver was Nathan Young. Called for the pass, and it was Amani McChristian. Textbook tackle, too. Just laid his shoulder right across him and forced the incompletion. So now 4th and 12 coming up. The punt team is on for the Raiders, and it's Cade Carter standing on the Nettleton end to punt this one away. High snap, he gets the punt away. Low line drive punt will bounce at the 20-yard line. Will roll down to the 1. The Raiders are able to get their punt coverage down the field to stop it before it goes into the end zone for a touchback. It's Marcus Isom who sprints down the middle of the field to stop it.
How about Marcus Isom? That ball looked like it was for sure going to the end zone, and he busts it all the way down. It pins him. Looks like with the 1.5. What a play, man. Good grief, good hustle.
Well, the defense for Coach Ben Fisher's team did what he asked them to do, forced the Raiders to punt coming out of the locker room, but, oh, man, you reap what you sow, I guess, as you got 99 yards to go now. From their
avoid a safety here.
Yeah, from their own 1. There's the snap. Carter looking to throw, tosses it out to Woods. Woods has got to get out of the end zone. He does. Ooh, just a little halfback pass in the flats there, and Woods caught it. Gets about 3 yards. He'll be out to the 4-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Gutsy play call there. Gutsy play call, throwing the screen pass in the end zone.
It's 2nd down and 7.
Chickasaw's already back on top of the football, getting the play from the sideline. And with 9:45, they're ready to go now. 2nd and 7 from inside the 5-yard line. Ball spotted on the far side hash marks. If you're just joining us, Chicks moving from left to right. Looking to throw, fires it. Low pass inside the 15-yard line. The referee's going to say it's incomplete. Hit the ground.
Incomplete. Intended for number 2.
Good defensive play there by Woods, breaking up that pass, getting between the defender and the football.
So now 3rd and 7 coming up here for the Chickasaws. The Raider defense is making a stand here on the first 2 plays. Let's see if the Chickasaws can at least give themselves a little bit of breathing room if they have to punt it away.
Big play here.
4 wide receivers, 1 back in the backfield. It's Woods. Carter surveys the defense. Now he takes the snap. He's looking to his left. Fires over the middle. Picked off at the 35-yard line. The Raiders take it back to the 30, the 25, the 20, and dropped at about the 17, 18-yard line. Pass is intercepted by Philip Anderson.
You know, in the end of the day, an interception wasn't the worst possible outcome there, but the return was big. Anderson brings this thing all the way back into the red zone. Again, they didn't necessarily, an interception wasn't a killer there, but the return that he got after that was what hurt him.
No doubt about it. It gives the Raiders excellent field position as they're already inside the red zone of the Chickasaws, and with the way that they hold on to the football, you got to think that this is not good for the Chickasaw defense. But a flag is down at the end of that play, so they're going to back them up 5 yards. I missed the call.
Blocking the back on the return against Nettleton.
So that makes it a little better for the Chicks. You know, you were just really trying to get it out of your own territory by any means possible. They need a big hold here.
Ball spotted on the Chickasaw 28-yard line. It was a block in the back on that interception return. 4 wide receivers here for Carter. There's the snap. Hands it off to Young. Young dropped as soon as he hit the line of scrimmage, but a flag comes flying out. And some more flags come flying out at the end of that play. So we're going to have multiple penalties here at the end of this one.
It looks like we had one from the line judge there, and then one came flying in to the middle.
Yeah, it looked like after the play had already been stopped. So we could have some offsetting penalties here, or it could be double trouble for the Chickasaws. I think the Chicks are going to get called for offsides. It looked like one of their defensive ends might have jumped the snap a little bit too soon.
It all depends now on what that second penalty was.
If it's on the Raiders, we could just negate them and play the down again.
If it's on the Chicks of some kind, this could be a big turnaround here.
Still waiting on the signal from the referee. So false start against the Raiders.
Illegal procedure against the Raiders.
So they'll back it up.
It was a very late false start call.
It was.
There. Very odd.
Yeah, and most of the time, false starts, you don't see them allow the play to continue. So at the end of that play, there's a personal foul against the Chickasaws.
So nothing doing really there for the most part.
Well, if it's a false start, the play should have never happened, so that should negate that personal
you're
foul
exactly right.
penalty.
Yeah, that is a strange deal there.
Foul is a 15-yard
it's kind of hard to have a false start after the play already started, which was when the flag took place, but nonetheless, it's going to be, is it a first down?
Yeah, I think it's 1st and 10 now, back where the
first and
one. We have a 1st and 1 coming up.
We'll see that very often. 1st and an inch.
I don't know if it's ever happened.
This is good. I love this.
The referees are conferring
First down.
at the middle of the field. Now we're going to move the chains.
All
1st and 10 for and it ought to. With a personal foul, it's an automatic first down. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm really not sure what was.
I don't think anybody knows.
Yeah,
but 1st and 10 now from the Chickasaw 18. We know that much. Raiders are ready to snap the football. High snap. There's the handoff to Young. Young trying to bounce to the outside. Now he'll cut back in between the tackles. Thrown down. Football came loose. The Chickasaws have it. And they are very upset because they think they just got robbed. It looked like the Chickasaws stripped that one out of there.
Yeah, coach is taken. He's down in the crouch position there. He wanted that one bad. Let's see here.
Now take another look at the replay. There's Young. He busts up through the middle.
Forward progress. Gain of 1. There is a.
Well, he didn't go down.
Oh, that football came out of there, but it looked like they gave him, forward progress. They stopped his forward progress, so they blew the play dead. And now Coach Fisher is, I believe, was the one who the penalty is called on because he is livid right now on the far sideline. He's got 2 referees on him at the 25, and here comes a third. He wants an explanation.
Yeah, he's not happy. He is going to get the unsportsmanlike flag there. I'm going to tell you that's close. It all depends on where the forward progress was stopped in that play. It was really, really close, but totally understandable why he's upset there. It got a little heated. Tell our head official's a little upset himself there.
Yeah, he was not happy. I think Coach Fisher must have had some words for him.
He's a little animated, little animated with our unsportsmanlike call there.
Ooh,
so that's fun. That's it. It's all in the spirit. Look at Coach Fisher's still hot.
Yeah, he had his headset off and everything. Take another look at the replay one more time.
It'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Raiders.
Is he stopped?
That's one of the ones from earlier.
I don't know.
It'll be 2nd and 1 now for the Raiders from the Chickasaw 9-yard line. 3 wide receivers. Young is in the backfield, a one-handed catch on the snap. Football came loose. The Chickasaws do get it this time. It's a scoop. Can the big man score? He's at the 40, the 45, a stiff arm. He's still on his feet, and a convoy to the end zone. The Chickasaws are going to score. Holy moly.
There is a flag down around the 40.
So all of that excitement could be negated as Tyrone Pope came out of that pile with the football.
There is a flag on the play.
Got the scoop and the score, stiff-armed somebody on the way, but this one could be coming back.
And I'm going to tell you, if this is coming back, boy, that is really difficult for the Chicks there, as they really thought they had 2 scoops and scores back-to-back on back-to-back plays, and they both come back there.
Man, on the return against Blytheville.
Yeah, Blytheville is going to get called for an illegal block in the back. They will still get the football, though, with 8:14 to play in the third quarter. Great job by the Chickasaw defense. Take another look at the replay. Young never had a handle on the football there. And you could tell it was a little bit loose coming out on that play, and that could be a contributing factor to the last two plays. Take another look. There's that high one-handed snap, and boom, as soon as he got hit, he dropped it. And then there's the scoop by Tyrone Pope, trying to find the block in the back.
Here.
Yep, here's the stiff arm. Just one-handed. Get off me, son.
Let's not forget what happened there. You know, it got brought back, but in the end, it was fun to watch.
He had 3 white jerseys escorting him the rest of the way to the end zone after that stiff arm.
It's written all over Coach Fisher's face. That is a really tough turn of events there on those last 2 plays. They've got to pick themselves up now, though. They've got to get something going. They've made 2 good defensive plays that didn't pay off for them, but they do have the ball back here.
8:14 to play in the third quarter. There's the snap, a handoff to Woods. Woods with a juke in the backfield across the 30. He's going to pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Good job by Woods turning nothing into something on that first down run.
Good, powerful run there again. Need to get something going here. Need to take a deep breath. Let's pull it all back together. There's still very much in this football game, and they've got the football with a chance to capitalize.
3 wide receivers with Woods in the backfield. Nettleton bringing 4 rushers. Carter with plenty of time to throw. Tosses it over the middle in traffic, and it's tipped by a defender. Once again, Marcus Isom in there with his hands on the football.
Isom's got a nose for the football. He is all over the place in the secondary.
Break up the play.
Seeing him quite a bit on offense, too, so he's certainly making a name for himself on both sides of the ball. Here's 3rd and 7 coming up for the Chickasaws now from their own 32-yard line. Ball spotted near the near side hash marks. Chickasaws have 4 wide receivers, 3 on the far side. They're looking to throw to the far side. Now Carter with plenty of time to throw is going to roll out of the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run with it now. Jukes one defender at the 40, goes to his knees at the 42, and he's going to pick up the first down. He had to get to the 39. He got that and then some.
Yeah, really good play. Good decision to just go ahead and tuck and run there. Didn't have anybody open, didn't make a poor throw, pulls it down, makes the run. Good play there.
Well, and you love to see that as a quarterback, that's his last train of thought is tucking it and run. You saw him hold the ball for a long time there, so he's just constantly looking downfield, looking for somebody to throw to. You don't see that often at the high school level. So 1st and 10 now from their own 41. There's the snap. There's the handoff to the tailback. And that's Dinkins on the carry. Dinkins is going to pick up about 3 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 7 coming up. He'll get close to 4, make it 2nd and 6.
I like Dinkins running the football. He's a big, solid kid. Not your normal-looking guy you'd see in the backfield. Tall, good size, picks up a lot of yards.
Dinkins will remain in the backfield with 6:45 to play here in the third quarter. There's the snap. Fake to Dinkins. Carter's going to roll out to his left. Running it, spins off a 1-man at the 45-yard line, makes his way down to the 50. It'll be very close to a first down. And, didn't like the spot they gave him there. They'll actually spot him about 3 yards shy of that first down marker. See him spotted at about the 48-yard line. So 3rd and 3 coming up.
Looks like Carter tried to make him believe he was going to pass, then pulled it back down and took it in for the run.
3 wide receivers on the far side. There's the handoff to Dinkins. Dinkins with a lot of running room on that far sideline. Good blocking by his offensive line to pick up the first down. He had plenty of running room.
Plenty of running room, and when he gets some momentum going forward, he's going to be hard to break down. Look how far he gets after initial contact. About 5 yards after initial contact. He's a good-sized kid. I like them bringing him in at tailback. Hadn't seen that look a lot tonight.
Yeah, he comes in to spell Jermel Woods, and now Woods will come back into the game as a tailback. 3 wide receivers over on the far side, 1 on the near side here for the Chicks. There's the fake. Carter now fakes the throw. He's going to toss it downfield. Tipped up in the air, and incomplete. The defender got a hand on it, had a chance to tip it to one of his teammates, but he couldn't get there in time. Dangerous play.
Threw off the wrong foot, got a little bit on it, but boy, dangerous pass right there. Lots of Raiders in the area, only one guy in a white jersey. He's just lucky this one wasn't intercepted.
Well, that was an interesting play call there. They faked the run and then pump fake on the screen. I think the screen was busted, and I think Carter read that and decided to go to another option. Here's 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Woods with a full head of steam running right up the gut. He'll pick up close to 5 yards on 2nd down, so it should be 3rd and 6 coming up with about 5:30 left to play in the quarter.
They're good. We've seen the Chickasaws' run game come alive here, which is different than what we saw in the first half. It was nothing doing. All of a sudden, their run game has come alive. If that opens up for them, we're going to see a different game for the Chicks here going forward.
9th play of this drive coming up. There's the play fake. Carter's going to run to his left. Plenty of running room. Got the first down. He's to the 32-yard line, and he will move the chains on 3rd down for a Chickasaw first down. They have held the ball for close to 3 minutes now, and once again, we'll pick up another first.
With the exception of the touchdown drive, this has been their best drive yet. It's been mostly on the ground, if not all on the ground, and that's a good thing. That is a positive sign for Blytheville. And again, coming off that little difficult stretch on defense a while ago.
Started with the ball on their own 29. Now they have it at the Raider 31. Under 5 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Carter looking to throw. Now it's a pitch out to Dinkins. Dinkins trying to find some room. Makes a man miss. He's down at the 20-yard line, still on his feet. And a flag is down back at the 30-yard line as Dinkins moves the ball inside the 20 for another first down, but this one could be coming back.
Yeah, there's going to be a hold there on that play. Good solid run, like the play call there. He held the ball. Carter held the ball literally until the last second and drew the defense in, then pitched it out to him. Really good play call there, unfortunately negated by the holding penalty.
Yeah, delayed halfback pitch. That's actually the same play that we saw Jermel Woods take off on for 70-some yards earlier. Take another look. He just holds it until the defense crashes on him, trying to find a hold, and I missed.
Where was that?
I don't know where the hold was at all, and I almost questioned that when the flag came out because the referee's supposed to throw the flag near where the penalty occurred, and there was nobody even in the vicinity.
It didn't affect the outcome of the play, whatever it was.
1st and 20 now. Here's Carter running to his left. Now he's got a throw, scrambling in the backfield. He makes one man miss, makes another, still on his feet. And he is down to the 34-yard line. He picked up about 10 yards on that scamper. Oh, he's running for his life out here.
Playmaker. Just made something out of nothing. That play was not going anywhere. He realized he had the guy who was a little faster than him. Look at that. Just made something out of nothing. He is a playmaker. He has taken over on this drive, gotten his team calmed down. Now they've got the rushing attack going. We're seeing a little momentum now for Blytheville.
8 yards on that quarterback keeper there, and now let's see if they do it again. They run the option. Carter looking to throw, fires it over the middle, and it is incomplete. Flag comes flying out at the end of that one, and that's going to be interesting who it's going to go to. The intended receiver there was, I believe, Corey Weatherspoon, and it looked like a Raider possibly came flying in there towards the end of that, maybe like trying to take a shot on a defenseless receiver. It'll be pass interference on the Raiders.
That's a tough one. Tough defensive play there if you're Nettleton. Good break, though, for Blytheville again, still marching down the field. Good, solid drive going for them here. They need to punch this thing into the end zone.
Well, that time the Raiders' Desmond Mosley had a bead on Jaheim Carter. He didn't fall for the option fake at all. He went straight for Jaheim Carter, flushed him out of the pocket, and forced that incomplete pass. But that penalty does move the Chickasaws down inside the red zone. They're now at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10. Here we go. Ball spotted between the hash marks. 3 wide receivers. It is a handoff to Dinkins. Dinkins across the line of scrimmage, bouncing to his left to the far side hash marks. Will pick up about 3 yards. So 2nd and 7 coming up.
That was the Nettleton defense we're used to seeing right there. Nothing doing on the run. Didn't really matter the size. Just jumped on him as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
Chickasaws are about to run their 14th play. They've had the ball for over 5 minutes. This defense has got to be gassed, and right there, they're going to draw them off sides for 5 more yards.
Offsides against Nettleton.
For one reason or another, they've gotten the Nettleton defense a little out of their element. This is the first time all game long we've seen Nettleton's defense really appear like they were a little bit lost on the field. This is Blytheville's chance here.
And you wonder if it's because they've been out on the field for so long. This defense may not be used to being out there for this long.
Very true.
2nd and 4 coming up. There's the snap. Carter looking to throw. He fakes the pitch. Now he rolls out. Dancing in the backfield. Fakes another throw. He's going to cross the line of scrimmage and pick up about 2 yards. Stays in bounds. But now 3rd and 2 coming up. Boy, he doesn't know what he wants to do with the football, and it's causing all kinds of chaos out there.
It is. It's causing chaos for his offense, but it's also causing chaos on defense. And you just really don't know what he's going to do. Look at all the steps he takes right here. Is he going to pull it down? Is he going to throw it? Is he going to run it? We're not sure. That's hard to defend.
3rd and 2. There's the snap. A handoff to Dinkins. Dinkins running to his left, now to his right. Will make his way through the line of scrimmage and down to the 5-yard line. Uses that big body of his to muscle his way for a 1st and goal for the Blytheville Chickasaws.
Dinkins been huge on this drive. He's been the key to this drive. His size, his speed. They have, and now they've got Nettleton's defense back on against the wall.
From the 5.
1st and goal from the 5, and the Raiders are going to call a timeout and try to get a breather. They call their first timeout of the second half. 2:32 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. The Raiders want to talk some things over. We'll take a break with them. 13-6 is your score. You're listening to this on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7. You're watching it on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
High-speed internet for every grown-up, grandparent, kid, teen, and in between. Ritter's got it. Every JPEG, MPEG, and GIF for the working mom or the working stiff, loaded in a GIF. Whether you're a blogger, gamer, or pixel tamer, don't be a slow-speed blamer. Don't waste your time waiting to load that page. Get Ritter high-speed internet. It's all the rage.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Andy Manus, Blake Gwynn back here with you in the 3rd quarter. 2:32 left to play before we head to the 4th. And it is a 1st and goal coming up for the Blytheville Chickasaws. They've got it at the Nettleton Raider 5-yard line, trying to tie this one up.
Blytheville from the Raider 5.
We've got a ball game on our hands. It's about to get even better.
3 wide receivers. There's the snap, a handoff to the back in the backfield. Jermel Woods following his blockers, trying to make his way in. Did he scoot through? The Chickasaws say he did, but the referee is going to mark him down at the 1.
Woods on the carry.
2nd and goal coming up as Jermel Woods pushes the ball down inside the 5-yard line, and with a little extra help, almost gets across that goal line.
It was really close.
You see him stretch out there at the end, and he might have gotten in.
Hard to tell.
Very hard to tell. 2nd and goal coming up from the 1 now. Carter with Woods in the backfield. 3 wide receivers and a tight end. There's the handoff to Woods. Woods is going to make his way across the goal line for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Blytheville.
With 1:47 left to play here in the 3rd quarter, that will cap off a 17-play drive for the Blytheville Chickasaws.
Only fitting it's on the ground. The ground game is what got them here. You know, we talked about it a lot. They had no success in the first half running the football. That drive, it was all about running the football. Dinkins was huge getting him in. He's going to get the chance to kick the extra point, and then they finish it off with Jermel Woods.
So Dinkins, and it's no good. It goes right into the hands of a Nettleton Raider who would have had a chance to return that if it was anything but an extra point attempt. But that will make it 13-12. A very important missed extra point makes it a 1-point game. It'll be Nettleton football when we come back after this. You're listening to it on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7. You're watching it on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
You work here, you play here, you live here, and yet most of what you watch on television is about somewhere other than here. Until now, we proudly present Tubetown, TV about you. Tubetown is a Ritter Communications exclusive network featuring local sports, community events, unique and original programming from our community. Tubetown takes what's best about television, what's best about the community, and brings them together. Tubetown, only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Welcome you back to Nettleton High School. Andy Manus and Blake Gwynn here with you in the third quarter. 1:47 left to play here in the quarter, and Nettleton just surrendered a touchdown to the Blytheville Chickasaws, who had a lot of momentum on that drive. A 17-play drive that took nearly 8 minutes off of the clock here in the third quarter. They trail by 1 as they missed the extra point. Here's the kickoff. It'll roll to the, oh my goodness, the 25-yard line with the defender, with the return man had his knee on the ground. He got absolutely drilled by someone on the kickoff team, Jalen Gunby, and Gunby can't believe it.
Well, his argument's going to be that, he was going for the football, which is an understandable argument, but he absolutely leveled him while he was laying on the ground defenseless. That's a good case for a flag there.
Yeah, they're actually going to get him for targeting instead of.
That's definitely targeting. That's definitely. I don't have to watch. He's laying on the ground defenseless. Now he's going to say he was going for the football, but he went directly at the guy. That's not a good football play.
Yeah, take another look at the replay there, and again, you could make the argument just trying to move him out of the way because he didn't have the football yet.
And that's going to be his case. Give him the benefit of the doubt. The guy was going for the football, but it did appear he made a pretty good lunge at his opponent's head there.
1st and 10 for the Raiders from their own 39-yard line. Here's Nathan Young with a lot of speed running up the middle. We'll bring it down to the 50-yard line. He's a yard shy of the first down marker, so 2nd and 1 coming up for the Raiders.
Feels like forever and a day since we've seen the Raiders offense on the field, but they get right back into true form. We do have a player down on the field. That's not good either. That's
Amani McChristian.
Yeah, he's been big for them today.
He's laying down at the 50-yard line. We're going to step aside while they tend to him. 1:31 left to play in the third quarter, 13-12. Nettleton leads. Nettleton football. We're back after this.
Technology was supposed to make our lives easier. No one told us about the plethora of glitches, viruses, hackers, hundreds of passwords to remember, and getting all our tech to sync up. Introducing Tech Home. Technology made easy for you and your devices. Tech Home makes it easy to set up, protect, and enjoy your internet-connected devices anytime, anywhere. Security, password management, backup, and premium tech support. Get back in charge of your digital life now with Tech Home.
Monty McChristian making his way off of the field as we welcome you back to Nettleton. 1:31 left to play in the third quarter. It's Raider football and Raider lead 13-12. 2nd and 2 coming up for Nettleton. Ball spotted at the Raider 49-yard line, right between the hash marks. Man goes in motion. It's a handoff to Nathan Young in the backfield. Young is dropped at the line of scrimmage, and it looked like big Deginald McNeil was in there fighting to try to get to him, and they come up with a stop here now, 3rd and short.
Good defensive play there by Blytheville to keep them stopped. They need one more here.
Gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
55 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And it's going to be Nathan Young in the Wildcat. He takes the snap. He's running to his right, trying to find the corner. Somebody's got him by his jersey. They pull him backwards, but he's able to get the first down.
There is a flag down on that play. Wonder if there's a hold somewhere in there.
And I just saw the referee mouth those words, so that's exactly what it's going to be. There's a signal from the referee, so they'll back that first down carry up, and they'll replay 3rd down. See if we can see it on the replay. There's the direct snap to Nathan Young.
Holding against Nettleton.
And then, yep, right there, I think I saw Kane guilty of holding there.
First time we've seen the Wildcat yet. It did what it was intended to do, but there was a hold there at the very end that negated it. All of a sudden, we're 3rd and long for the Raiders.
Some substitutions coming on here. Nathan Young's coming off of the field. Coming on the field is Marcus Isom. He'll be in the backfield alongside Cade Carter. 10 seconds left on the play clock. 4 wide receiver set. Ball spotted on the far side, hash marks. 3rd and 11. Big play for the Chickasaws coming up. Pump fake to the near sideline. Toss out. Nearly intercepted by the Blytheville Chickasaws, and a flag is down in the Nettleton backfield. Willie Bell, the Chickasaw who had his hands on the football for the interception attempt.
Yeah, it was
illegal shift.
I say it was an illegal shift against the Raiders.
Yeah,
there.
they're going to decline that, obviously, because it's a 4th down. It's going to force the Raiders to punt. Big defensive stop there for Blytheville.
Yeah, Carter had a man streaking down the field, and it looked a little bit like Willie Bell tried to take off before he had that one secured completely.
And this is, again, a big punt, big look here. They're going to have 2 guys back here to try to catch this one and bring it back.
Cade Carter on to punt with 10 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. There's the snap. There's the punt. Great punt. It'll be caught at the Chickasaw 25-yard line. Here's the return man. He reverses direction, coming in the near side of the field, still looking for a blocker, and he is dropped at the 25-yard line. And that was Willie Bell on the return. The quarter has ended, but a flag has come out at the end of that run. We'll see what the signal is from the head official before we head to the 4th quarter. That came out at the very end of that play. So I'm wondering if it might be a block in the back. And that's exactly what it was. Block in the back against the Chickasaws. So after that, they'll back them up. But first, we're going to flip ends of the field, and we're going to come back. So headed to the 4th quarter, the Chickasaws and the Raiders in a 1-point game. Nettleton leading Blytheville 13-12. We're back with the 4th quarter after this on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7 and on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
Satellite TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract, then saddle you with second-rate service and price increases. Ritter delivers TV service with stunning HD channels, plus bundle savings on the area's fastest internet, and a better home phone service with no long-term contracts, backed by our local customer care team. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a dish. Visit RitterCommunications.com to learn more.
Andy Manus and Blake Gwynn welcome you back to Nettleton, where the Nettleton Raiders and the Blytheville Chickasaws are in a 1-point game, 13-12. As we get set to start the 4th quarter, it'll be Blytheville Chickasaw football.
Man, and I'm going to tell you, we have a ball game, Andy. We have a ball game. We've had one this entire time. Blytheville just coming up with that big defensive stop. They're going to have all the momentum coming into this 4th quarter. Now it's on Nettleton's defense to see if they can shift things back.
This is the most points allowed by the Nettleton Raiders all year long through 4 games. And they are going to be fighting to keep the Chickasaws out of the end zone here. Chickasaws have clawed their way back into this one. Here's a handoff on 1st and 10, running right up the gut is Jermel Woods. Woods is going to pick up about 3 yards from 1st down, and it'll be 2nd and 7 coming up now.
So they've got a little on that play. And again, just keep marching the ball down the field. Keep that moving. That's what they did last drive. Worked out perfect for them. Big, long drive, wore the defense out, and that's been what the doctor ordered for the Chicks.
Already back on top of the football and ready to go. Woods is still in the backfield. 3 wide receivers set. Carter takes the snap. He's going to pitch it out to Woods. Woods looking for some running room here on the near sideline. We'll get across the 25 down to about the 28. Make it the 27. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up.
Good run for Woods. They need another one.
Yeah, got to keep those chains moving and got to keep that Raider defense out on the field. Again, they went to that delayed toss there.
That's worked for them a couple times tonight.
Woods is still in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Carter fakes the handoff, fires it over the middle at the 35. It's caught. And the Chickasaws will have a 1st down, but a flag is down back here at the 30-yard line on the opposite side of the field.
Flag is a long way away from where the play was. I hope it's not anything that negates that play. That was a solid catch and pass there.
It was.
What is this going to be?
Chickasaws converting on that play action pass.
There's a flag on the play.
Referees are conferring right now at the 20-yard line. Coach Fisher is halfway out to the hash marks. Still waiting on the call. Referee's moving the football backwards, so they're going to say it's an ineligible receiver downfield. Well, I had a hard time saying that.
That's a mouthful.
So that is a tough break there for the Chickasaws.
Those penalties will offset.
Oh, well, there was one against the Raiders as well, so they will just replay the down.
Just a redo. They got lucky on that one because that was about a.
It'll be third.
Yeah, it would have been third and long.
For the Chickasaws.
Instead, it's just a replaying of the down, so 3rd and 2 coming up.
Big play coming up here. Keep that momentum going. Keep running that clock down and marching downfield and wearing that defense out.
Woods is still in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on the far side. Pump fake. Fire it over the middle. Caught. First down at the 34-yard line. And that's Amani McChristian on the reception.
They just did it again. Reared back, passed the football with just 2 yards to go, and it works out for them again. They're starting to get a little bit of a balance, a little run and pass action going. It's opened the field up for them because Nettleton just can't sell out on one thing or the other.
Now the ball spotted at the Chickasaw 33-yard line on the far side hash mark. There's the snap. It's a delayed pitch once again. This time the Raiders read it, and they sling down Jermel Woods in the backfield for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 coming up.
Huge defensive play just in the backfield immediately. Nothing they can do about this. He had nowhere to go.
Desmond Mosley. Big 68 getting back there.
He was fast, able to catch it. Not hard to make an open field tackle like that in the backfield. He really got him and pulled him down. That's a big play, 2nd long now.
Woods is still in the backfield. Pump fake on the screen. Carter looking to throw. Got a man down the sideline, overthrew him and nearly intercepted it.
Anderson had a chance there to catch that one like a receiver. Luckily, Carter overthrew both guys.
Broken up by number 1.
Take another look. There's that pump fake. He had to roll out just a little bit. Finally get to see him plant his feet and fire one, and we see how far he can throw it.
He did. He almost hit Anderson in stride, and luckily he didn't. But now it's 3rd and long here, so big passing down here for the Chicks.
Ball spotted near the far side hash marks. 4 wide receivers set, 2 on either side of Carter with a back in the backfield. 6 seconds left on the play clock. There's the snap. Carter steps up in the pocket. He's rolling out, steps across the line of scrimmage, sprinting down the far sideline, and he does not have the first down, but it will be 4th and about 4.
All right, it's going to be decision time here for them. You'd think a punt would probably be in order. You're really not. Only 1 down here, but
looks like things were starting to get a little bit chippy over there on that far sideline. J.B. Brown chasing the quarterback out of bounds and looked like he was getting an earful by some of the Chickasaws over there.
Well, they're not exactly happy about a couple of things.
Down and a long 4.
They're going for it. Oh, big time here. Big time play here, buddy.
4th and 4 coming up. Carter trying to get him with the hard count. They don't bite. Now he'll look to the sideline, see if they want to audible. 2 wide receivers on either side. And that's Dinkins in the backfield. He stands to the left of Woods, and we're going to get a timeout out on the field. Blytheville wants to talk some things over. A big play here, so they want to make sure that they get it right. They have 2 timeouts remaining in the 4th quarter. Nettleton also has 2. It is 13-12. Nettleton leading Blytheville with 9:29 to play here in the 4th. We're back with more 4th quarter action right after this on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7 and on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
It begins with a click. And no matter where you are, you have countless choices at your fingertips. On the road, on your break, even in your own backyard. A world of entertainment is just a click away. Simply go to rittercommunications.com/TV Everywhere to get started. Ritter Communications, connecting you to everything that matters.
Andy Maness and Blake Gwynn back here with you in Nettleton, where we're about to have a big 4th down play coming up here with 9:29 to play in the ball game.
They're going to punt it here, so literally they just came back out, and they were just trying to get a false start penalty. Now they're going to kick it away.
Yeah, you saw Carter try to get the hard count on Nettleton. They didn't bite. Here's Dinkins looking to punt it. Nobody's rushing him. Dinkins finally punts it, gets it away. I think it bounced off of a Nettleton football player.
I think he thought the play might have been blown dead. There was a flag laying at the line of scrimmage, and he acted like he thought the play was dead.
Oh, and it might. Well, now the referees are talking. Yeah, Dinkins got the snap and just looked around, and nobody was really doing anything.
It's like everybody kind of stopped for a second, and then one of the defenders realized, hey, we need to tackle this guy. But it looked like Dinkins thought the play had been blown dead. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, the referee's going to come out now, and this could be big. It's 4th and 4. If this penalty's against the Nettleton Raiders, it gives the football 1st and 10 to the Blytheville Chickasaws at midfield.
Looks like it's going to be on the Chicks. False start. Yeah, play was blown dead, so that was
illegal procedure.
Second time that's happened that the play has not quite gotten blown dead on the false start, but needless to say, it doesn't really change the outcome there.
And they get the punt away, and they're going to let the play stand. I feel like they should have to replay that.
That's odd.
But that's why I'm up here, and they're down there. You take another look at the punt. It bounces out of bounds, or excuse me, on the far sideline. It'll be picked up at the 44-yard line. 49-yard line after the penalty, now to the 44.
I didn't hear a whistle, but it's like Dinkins did. Just an all-around strange play there, but Nettleton's coming the other way now.
Yeah, 9:19 left to play here in the football game. Nettleton leads by 1. They've got the ball at the Chickasaw 44-yard line. There's the snap, faking the handoff, throwing it over the middle, incomplete pass. Oh, and they want a penalty. They're not going to get one. The defender draped all over the intended receiver, and he might have had a hand on him a little bit early.
Let's see here. It looked like he had him by the leg as he was trying to go out for that ball.
It'll be 2nd.
They just got their feet kind of tangled up.
That was. I think that was incidental contact. I think you're right. I don't think that he got a hand on him and caused any pass interference. It looked like he was going for the football. So
I think it's a good no call.
I think that's. I agree. So now 2nd and 10 coming up with 9:14 to play in the ball game. Again, the ball spotted at the Chickasaw 44-yard line on the far side hash marks. Nettleton will be moving from left to right on your radio dial. Got a late substitution coming in here. One of their offensive linemen was a bit winded coming off the field. 4 wide receivers here for Cade Carter with 1 back in the backfield. It's Nathan Young. Sends Kane in motion. Fakes the handoff. It's a pitch to Kane on the jet sweep. Oh, and he is body slammed. His helmet came off, and he is dropped at the 45-yard line, and he gets up not too happy about it.
Well, that is a big kid to be taken out like that, but it's like Blytheville was all over it. Watch the read here. Just read it all day long. They were on top of that play, and off comes the helmet.
And that was Amani McChristian who gets the slam.
Short loss.
And that's about the only way you can take him down.
Yeah, hit him right in the gut, and off he went. But they sniffed that play out from the beginning. Good defensive work there from the Chicks.
That makes it 3rd and 11 now. There's the snap. Delayed handoff to Nathan Young. They drag him down at the line of scrimmage. And the Chickasaws will come up with a 3rd down stop. 4th and 13. Now coming up for the Nettleton Raiders.
Back-to-back big defensive plays there for the Chicks. And all of a sudden, the Raiders are going to have to punt. And Blytheville have the ball back with just a ton of momentum. They're going to have plenty of time to drive this thing.
This will be the first 3 and out forced by the Chickasaw defense all game long.
What a time to do it.
No doubt about it. I was going to say clutch timing there. There's a low snap. Got the kick away, did Carter. It'll be taken at the 15-yard line. Across to the far side of the field, across the 30, 35, 40 down the far sideline. Still on his feet, inbounds. He'll get knocked out at about the 43-yard line. What a return that time by Willie Bell.
Good return by Willie Bell. You're exactly right. They've got good field position. They can take their time and drive this football down by 1 point. They don't have to do anything special. Just a similar drive to what we've seen their past couple of times out. Balance a run and pass. Their quarterback Carter is firing on all cylinders right now. They've got plenty of run options. This is going to be fun to watch coming down the stretch here.
42-yard line.
Chickasaws already have their offense out onto the field ready to snap this football. Nettleton taking their time getting to the line. Now here they come with 3 down linemen. 4 wide receivers set for the Chicks. A man goes in motion. It's a pitch on the jet sweep. It's Weatherspoon across the 45. Stutter step still on his feet across the 50. The 45-40. He is going to score. Unless there are flags, Corey Weatherspoon will take it the distance for a Chickasaw touchdown.
No flags, Andy. That is a huge, huge play by Witherspoon. They scored quickly, first play of the drive.
An unbelievable 58-yard rush for Corey Witherspoon on the jet sweep. There you see the toss. He makes his way through the initial tackler, and once he's through the traffic, he's gone. He had a convoy of white jerseys escorting him to the end zone, and it's 6 more points for the Blytheville Chickasaws. Now the question is, are they going to go for 2 or attempt another extra point? It looks like they're going to keep their offense out on the field, and they're going to try to make it a 7-point ball game here. There's the snap. Carter rolling to his right, looking to throw. Fires it in the end zone, batted down.
You know, that is potentially a big play in this game. You know, an extra point would have made that just a touchdown game, and you would need the extra point to win. Now it's just a 5-point game, so that's a big stop there for Nettleton. That can't be lost here on this defense. They need to get the football back, use a little bit of that momentum, and get things going again.
Yeah, the defense has got to be fired up after their offense comes out and just scores in one play. 18-13 is now your score. Man, what a game tonight, folks.
Once again, good defense here on this extra point or this 2-point conversion attempt. Again, that's a big play here, potentially a big play. Nettleton's offense explosive as well. This game's far from over. There's a lot of football left to be played here, but Blytheville certainly has the momentum. It'd be a really good time for Nettleton to get the ball movement down the field.
Well, and again, we talked about it at the beginning of tonight's game. These are both teams who are averaging over 28 points per game. They can put up points in a hurry, as you just see there. One play is all it took for the Blytheville Chickasaws to find the end zone. Let's see if the Nettleton Raiders can answer here. Kickoff still on its way. 2 men back deep. It'll be Kane and Isom standing back deep on the return here for the Nettleton Raiders. Both of them at the 15-yard line. Dinkins ready to kick this one away.
Kane and Isom back deep for the Raiders.
There's the kick down the far sideline, and it'll go straight out of bounds. So that will not work in favor of the Blytheville Chickasaws. That's an advantage for the Nettleton Raiders. I believe the ball will come up and be spotted at about the 35.
Big drive here coming up for the Raiders. Blytheville, though, already doing more than any team has done against the Raiders so far. Actually, Blytheville has scored more points in this game than any of the opponents against the Raiders combined.
You're right about that. 18 points tonight against the Nettleton Raiders, who are undefeated to this point in the year, 4-0, and trying to avoid their first, not just loss, but conference loss. We talked about it at the beginning of the game. This would be a big one because it could determine the winner of the conference. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. And I think we've got another uniform malfunction here on one of the Blytheville Chickasaws, so he'll have to come out. A substitute will come in, and now we're ready to go. Ball spotted between the hash marks again at the Raider 35. 2 backs in the backfield. It's Young and Kane. Carter awaiting the snap. There it is. Hands it off to Young. Young dragged down in the backfield. And I think that was Amani McChristian once again getting his name called on defense. Watch the way he comes off the line completely untouched.
You know, you go back to that weird thing with the 2 fumbles there by Blytheville, and it is like that ignited a fire with this team. They are a totally different team than we have seen them be this entire game.
Almost got to give a little credit to Coach Ben Fisher. He got out there and got that unsportsmanlike conduct. It's like a manager getting fired or getting ejected in baseball. You get your team fired up. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Raiders. There's another handoff to Young. Young lowers his shoulder, trying to find a hole to work through. He's picked up and driven backwards. Nothing doing on that 2nd down carry. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Nettleton Raiders. We're nearing the 6:30 mark here in the 4th quarter.
And once again, inspired football right now by Blytheville. Big play coming up for the Raiders. They need a first down. It's a passing down for sure here.
They forced the Raiders to punt on their first 3 and out the last time out. See if they can force another punt. 3rd and 9 coming up, 10 seconds left on the play clock now. There's the snap, another handoff to Young. Young bounces off one defender, but he won't get past another. Lost the football. The football came flying out of there.
They say it was. Did they say the ground caused it, or is that going to come all the way back to where that went out of bounds? I think they said the ground caused it.
Yeah, it'll be 4th and 9 from the 36-yard line, and a flag now comes flying out at the end of that one.
4th down and 8 for Nettleton.
And I think that's going to go against the Chickasaws. I think we just saw one of the coaches rush out and grab a Chickasaw player and looked like he was kind of scolding him a little bit. If that's a personal foul, that's an automatic first down for the Nettleton Raiders. Unsportsmanlike on Nettleton. Well, from the way that the Chick sideline was reacting, I was expecting it to be against Blytheville. The coaches were animated like they were telling their players to quit jawing, but instead it goes against the Nettleton Raiders, so they'll have this 4th down play backed up even further, and they're trailing by 5 now.
I think Blytheville's coaching staff was just trying to keep their team out of the fray. Clearly something happened there on the Nettleton end, and they said, guys, don't get involved in this. We're about to be in a really good situation, and they are. 4th and long, and it's decision. I mean, really, at this point, they're going to have to punt it away deep in their own territory, and it's going to be tight. It's going to put a lot of pressure on their defense coming back the other way.
This is going to be 4th and I believe something like 26 is what it looks like. Nah, make it 23. Got my hash marks off there. 4th and 23, there's the ball, or the snap rather. The ball's punted out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Chickasaws bringing a lot of pressure there, trying to get a block on that 4th down play.
Blytheville's going to have a chance for a dagger here. All they need to do is run the football. They need to run the football. They've been running it well. They've got good field position. If they can advance this football at all, burn some time off the clock, they'll have the ability to have a real dagger here on this drive. All of a sudden, things have completely shifted in this game. It's unbelievable where we were when we started this quarter to where we're going to end it.
Yeah, it was 13-6 at halftime, and the Chickasaws have come out and put up 2 unanswered touchdowns since the break. And now here on 1st and 10, the Chickasaws are going to call a timeout before they run the play. So with 5:40 left to play in the 4th quarter, it's 18-13. The Chickasaws lead the Raiders. We're going to take a timeout alongside with them. Thanks for listening tonight on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7, and thanks for watching on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
With so many great mega services available from Ritter Communications, it's hard to pick just one. Save a bundle with bundled services. Talk as much as you want, when you want, with unlimited long distance. Get the speed you need with up to 15, 30, 50, and even 100 megabits per second internet. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter.
Andy Manus, Blake Gwynn, welcome you back to Nettleton, where the Raiders now trail the Blytheville Chickasaws 18-13 with 5:40 left to play here in the 4th quarter. During the break, Chickasaws were flagged, I believe, unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't know. I didn't see the call from the referee, but it's now 1st and 15 for the Chicks.
That changes things just a touch here.
3 wide receivers set. Woods is in the backfield. Carter's going to fake the handoff. Now he's going to run with it. Trying to find some space to run with. You saw him, I think he's just trying to maybe milk some time off of the clock there. I don't know what he was doing, dancing around in the backfield there. He scampers forward for about 3 yards, and it should be, it's about 1 yard. So it'll be 2nd and 14 coming up. That was odd.
Almost acted like he was going to pass it for a second, which you know he wasn't going to do. And then did he end up running out of bounds there? So the clock is stopped at this point, which is
very strange.
Really not what you want to do.
Yeah, he ran out of bounds to avoid a hit at the end of that. 2nd and 14 coming up. 7 seconds left on the play clock. There's the snap. Play action, looking to throw. Pump fake, fired it over the middle, right into the hands of a Raider. Across the 50. Down the far sideline, he is stopped at about the 41-yard line. And it is J.B. Brown on the interception. He just stepped right up, and Carter threw it right in his breadbasket.
That is unbelievable. What a complete momentum shift in a matter of seconds. Blytheville had this thing and had them completely on the ropes. Now all of a sudden Blytheville is fighting for their lives. Unbelievable turn right there as he's got his belt. Big time play.
Got the championship turnover belt, and Nettleton is ready to snap the football.
Blytheville.
And the Chickasaws want to call a timeout to settle their nerves a little bit, rightfully so. So they burn their final timeout of the second half. We're going to take a timeout with them. 5:25 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 18-13 is your score. Blytheville leading at Nettleton here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7 and on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
You live. We put you first. Introducing You First Banking, only at First National Bank.
1st and 10 for the Nettleton Raiders after that interception by J.B. Brown. They've got a chance to take the lead now over the Blytheville Chickasaws. 5:25 left to play in the fourth quarter. From the Chickasaw 41, there's the snap, looking to throw. Carter down the far sideline, caught and drilled out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. And when I say drilled, I more or less mean picked up and slammed out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a suplex, man.
To number 9, Terrell Rogers.
Take another look on the replay. Carter fires it out. There's the catch at the 35, and then just driven out of bounds and slammed down. 2nd and 4 coming up. Here's a handoff, and driven backwards is Nathan Young. He's going to lose a couple of yards on that second down run, and he's going the wrong direction if you're wearing the black and gold. And now we've got a player down at midfield, and I think that's Armani McChristian again.
Acting like it's a cramp.
Yeah, they're just trying to stretch it out here. So
I think that happened to him earlier. It's his second cramp of the night.
The Chickasaws coming up with a stop there on second down, makes it 3rd and 5. Big play coming up here on 3rd down for the Nettleton Raiders with 5:05 left to play in this ball game.
You know, this is one of those things. Nettleton gets the big interception there. They have got to capitalize and move this football. You turn right around and you have to give this football back. All of a sudden, the momentum's reshifted again. We've seen that a lot in this game. But Blytheville has come back out on defense and looked solid despite, kind of having a gut punch there after that interception.
Yeah, and they are still tending to Amani McChristian, trying to work out that cramp. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a very quick break. We'll come back with more fourth quarter action here on, well, actually, you know what? We're just going to keep it right here because now they're helping him off the field. And correction on the injured player. It's actually not Amani McChristian. Trying to see who that is. That's Ladrius Allen. So they get him off the field, and now we are ready to play 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Raiders. They're going to come out, it looks like, with a 3 wide receiver set in the shotgun formation. And it'll be Marcus Isom, who's in the backfield with Cade Carter, standing to his right. Nettleton fans on their feet cheering. Big 3rd down play coming up. Here comes a man in motion from the near sideline. There's the snap. Carter steps back looking to throw. Chased out of the pocket. Tosses it. Caught inside the 30. Now inside the 25. Knocked out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. More than enough to move the chains for a Nettleton Raider 1st down.
Terrell Rogers made a defender miss, and that was critical. It turned in to being a questionable on the 1st down to being a huge gain. Huge play. Watch him make him miss right here. Just stiff arms him, gets him out of the way.
And what a catch, too. He had to go down low and catch that one underneath his knees on the run. So now 1st and 10. 3 wide receiver set. The ball spotted at the 21-yard line.
Nettleton's doing what they want to do now. Up tempo, moving the football.
There's the handoff to Isom. Isom dancing in the backfield, makes his way across the line of scrimmage. He might have picked up maybe a yard, if that. I don't think he got anywhere. It'll be 2nd and 10 now coming up.
Yeah, nothing doing on that play. Chicks getting a big stop. Things are getting really interesting now.
Clock continues to move. Chickasaws have no timeouts. Nettleton has still got 2. 2nd and 10 coming up. Will the Chickasaw defense hold? One wide receiver here on the near sideline. 3 bunched up near the offensive line on the other side. Faking the handoff, throw over the middle, picked off inside the 10, across the 20, the 25, the 30, bounced out to the far sideline, 40, 45, 50, still on his feet, inbounds, 45, 40, 35, 30, he's going to score, no flags. The Blytheville Chickasaws defense does it again.
By number 6,
absolute dagger.
For a touchdown for the Chickasaws.
And that's Willie Bell on the interception, and as Blake said, driving the nail in the coffin.
I mean, that we went all kinds of different directions in about the past 5 minutes of actual time. It was really actually about a minute and a half of real time on the clock between the interception by Nettleton to now the interception, the pick 6 by the Chickasaws. What a gut punch for the Raiders there.
Black and gold fans are stunned. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the field, the Chickasaw fans are celebrating who are in attendance here. Extra point from Dinkins is about to be on the way. Let's see if he can hit this one. There's the snap, the hold, kick is up, and it is no good.
The kick is no good with 3 minutes.
But I think it's kind of a moot point at this point. 3:47 left to play here in the ball game. 24-13 now after that pick 6 by Willie Bell. Take a break. We'll be back with more in the 4th quarter here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7 and on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
At Hubbard & Hope, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery.
Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust.
Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love
Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
Watch this pick from Willie Bell. The safety just steps up, makes the pick, and then not only that, but the field vision to dodge all of the jerseys in black and gold. Stiff arms the quarterback out of bounds, takes it the distance, some 90 yards now for a Blytheville Chickasaw lead.
Could be the play of the year for the Chicks right there.
An upset in the making as there's now 3:47 left to play here in this football game. A low line drive kick taken inside the 25-yard line. The Raiders just had to fall on top of it.
All of a sudden now, Nettleton, they've got to just start going for it. It's shot plays from here on out. They've got to go for it. Nothing to lose at this point. Make big plays, get it down the field, try to get the football back. Not completely hopeless, however, things are looking bleak here.
Yeah, not looking good for the black and gold. Cade Carter comes back out. Well, the body language has changed completely. Feels like the air has been sucked out of this place. From the 24-yard line, 4 wide receivers set. Well, we could have a false start there. It looks like the tailback, Nathan Young, took off before the snap, but referee didn't call it. Pass is thrown out of bounds. Incomplete. And 2nd and 10 on the way. And it looks like the Raiders are just dejected right now. It looked like nobody was even moving on that snap.
You know, and you got to give Blytheville a lot of credit. You know, they had several times in this game Blytheville could have been dejected and down. They did not do that. They seemed to rally around some of that stuff.
Clock is stopped at 3:42. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Raiders. Carter takes the snap, hands it off to Young. Young with a head full of steam will run through the tackles there. He'll pick up about 2.
And now, see, the problem with this is Blytheville is just protecting against the big shot play. They've got Witherspoon all the way at about midfield playing center field. So it's going to be difficult to throw that big 6 ball down the field. They're going trips to the right for this next one. They've got to take a shot here.
As Blake said, 3 wide receivers here on the near side, 1 on the far side. That's Young in the backfield standing to Carter's right. There's the snap. Carter looking to throw to his right. One-handed catch attempt incomplete at the 35-yard line, trying to get it over to Cleveland Overton, and it'll go right off his fingertips. Cade Carter had to take a seat there at the end of that, and one of the Nettleton Raiders offensive linemen a bit angry right now. He's having to get held back by his teammates. That's Chris Mitchell. Unhappy about a play.
Not a lot of choices for the Raiders here. You just got to take a run for it, hope for the best. If this thing does not work here, we have reached the end of the line.
Yeah, the Raiders can stop the clock twice if they turn over on downs here. Chickasaws are out of timeouts. They have the lead by 11. 3:04 to play. Trips wide receivers here on the near side, and Nettleton is going to burn one of their timeouts. So they have one remaining. We're going to go ahead and step aside along with them. 4th and 8 when we come back for the Nettleton Raiders. They are in a pit right now with their backs against the wall. 24-13, Blytheville leading with 3:04 to play here in the ball game. You're listening to it on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7, watching it on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
The Jonesboro Advertising and Promotion Commission welcomes you to the Downtown Jonesboro Barbecue and Music Festival. This year's festival kicks off Friday, September 28th with the 2nd annual SCA State Contest and live music from Fuel. Then Saturday, it's the 10th annual KCBS Sanctioned Barbecue Contest with $10,000 in cash prizes. Then Saturday night, Smash Mouth rocks the Ritter Communications stage. Hey now, you're an all-star. It's the Downtown Jonesboro Barbecue and Music Festival, September 28th and 29th, presented by the Jonesboro A&P Commission.
Welcome you back to Raider Field, where the Nettleton Raiders facing a 4th and 8 with their backs against the wall, trailing 24-13. 3:04 left in the ball game. Send the man in motion. Carter all alone in the backfield, looking to throw now. Got a man at the 25. Still on his feet, down to the 30, and nowhere near the first down marker. Will give it right back to the Blytheville Chickasaws with 2:56 left to play here in this ball game, and with one timeout remaining for the Nettleton Raiders. That's pretty much it for them.
All of a sudden, we look up, and Blytheville is in the position they're in. They've earned it. They've earned every bit of it, but you just kept thinking Nettleton had one more rally left in them. It just didn't happen. Give a lot of credit to the Chicks, the way they have persevered through some adversity tonight. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and you go back to that interception by J.B. Brown, and you thought, man, Nettleton now in the driver's seat to put this one away, regain the lead and end it, but instead they throw a pick six, and now here's Jermel Woods just rolling over folks here on first down. It's a first down carry from the 29-yard line out to about the 21, so now 2nd and 1 coming up. He ran over about 3 people to get there.
Yeah, look. A lot of standing around on that play for Nettleton.
Yeah, and they are, first loss of the year. You wonder how the team is going to respond after this, especially, being at the top of the conference. They can't let this game defeat them the rest of the year. Here's a handoff to Woods. Dances around one man in the backfield, still on his feet, down to the 15-yard line. He's got the first down and more. So they'll move the chains down again inside the Raider 20-yard line with 2:10 to play in the ballgame.
J.B. Brown.
Clock stops while they move the chains. Once again, we're just in formality mode here for the Chicks. Just need to take care of the ball, take care of business, and he got this one ready to roll. Just got to take care of business.
Yeah, they're going to let the play clock tick down as far as they can before they snap it. Nettleton will have a home game against Paragould next week. Try to bounce back from this loss. Here's a handoff on 1st and 10. Take it out to the 10-yard line. So a pickup of about 6. So 2nd and 4 coming up with a minute 30 to play.
And all of a sudden, and obviously we're in a little bit of a different time now, but Blytheville all of a sudden in this second half has been able to move the football on the ground. None of that in the first half whatsoever.
Well, and you wonder if the Raider defense, again, they just got tired. You go back to that drive that the Chickasaws had in the third quarter. It was a 17-play, 70-yard drive, and I think that wore out the Raider defense. Here's a delayed pitch to Woods across the 5, reaching for the pylon. He's in the end zone for another Chickasaw touchdown. Jermel Woods taking it 10 yards to the corner of the end zone will put up another 6 for the Chicks.
And all of a sudden, this scoreboard's not going to reflect how good this game actually is. I mean, this game has been terrific, and Blytheville has created some separation here with a good, solid ground game. An unbelievable turn of events, unbelievable display of guts by Blytheville tonight.
Yeah, and Jaheim Carter, man, you gotta give him some credit stepping up and leading this team. Obviously, he wasn't the only one making plays tonight. You got to call out Amani McChristian. You got to call out Corey Weatherspoon. You obviously got to call out the big defensive hero with that pick 6, Willie Bell.
Oh yeah, lots of different times I've circled people on the roster to point them out as the player of the game, and
Dinkins' extra point will be no good. And so with a minute and 2 seconds remaining, Blytheville now leads this one 30-13. Let's go ahead and step aside for one final break. You're listening to this game on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7. You're watching it on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call, and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
Is your score. Blytheville leading the Nettleton Raiders here at the end of the fourth quarter. 1:02 to play here in this ball game, and the Chickasaws, since they came out of the locker room at halftime, have played with a fire and intensity that the Raiders just couldn't overcome.
You know, I go right back when you had the 2 fumbles by Nettleton. That just strange things
back to
happened
back.
There. Coach Fisher got the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Something happened in this team. It worked exactly the way that needed to work. They picked the pieces up and off they went.
They have scored, I believe, is it 4 unanswered touchdowns now coming out of the locker room. There's a short squib kick at the 45-yard line, and the Raiders will fall on top of it.
Interesting concept there. Just get it to them. Don't let them run them back. Just shut this thing straight down. And the outside possibility that you get it. So out comes Nettleton walking out onto the field.
Yeah, from their own 45-yard line. They are taking their time getting out there.
They're going to have to regroup here going forward from this game. Nettleton is still one of the top teams in this conference. This does not end your season by any stretch of the imagination. They've got a lot of talent on this field, but we're going to learn something in the weeks going forward. Can this team rebound after an absolutely gut-wrenching loss here tonight?
Have to face off against Paragould next week. They hit the road for a game against Greene County Tech, and then they're back here at Raider Stadium, take on Forest City. Here's a pass out to the 42-yard line, and it'll be a loss of about 3 as the receiver, Terrell Rogers, is pushed out of bounds. So now 2nd and 12, make it 13 coming up.
And that's just been the way that the half has gone for Nettleton. Just Blytheville is in their face all night long. This haven't been able to get anything going.
As they did not mark him out of bounds, the clock will continue to roll. Now 30 seconds remaining in the ball game. 13 seconds left on the play clock. So time for one more play here at Raider Stadium on this Friday night. Carter with Young in the backfield. Takes the snap. There's the handoff to Young. Young will take it right up the gut. He's across midfield, across the 45-yard line, and down to about the 42-yard line. Clock will stop with 9 seconds remaining, but the Raiders are just going to walk it off the field, as are the Blytheville Chickasaws. There's the referee rolling the clock. It'll start to count down from 9, and the Blytheville Chickasaws have come away with an upset victory here tonight against the home team, Nettleton Raiders. 30-13, the final score here in Jonesboro.
Well, what a win for Blytheville. This is a feather in their cap, something they can use going forward. They battled through the entire game and completely were able to overcome just multiple times things that seem to be able to put them away to have a big-time, big gutsy win for the Chicks tonight.
We're going to go ahead and step aside for a quick break, come back and wrap this one up, as well as talk about some of the other scores from around the area. That's all coming up next on the Ritter Communications post-game show here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7 and on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
You live. We put you first. Introducing You First Banking, only at First National Bank.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
At Hubbard & Hope, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery.
Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust.
Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love
Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
The Jonesboro Advertising and Promotion Commission welcomes you to the Downtown Jonesboro Barbecue and Music Festival. This year's festival kicks off Friday, September 28th with the 2nd annual SCA State Contest and live music from Fuel. Then Saturday, it's the 10th annual KCBS Sanctioned Barbecue Contest with $10,000 in cash prizes. Then Saturday night, Smash Mouth rocks the Ritter Communications stage. Hey now, you're an all-star. It's the Downtown Jonesboro Barbecue and Music Festival, September 28th and 29th, presented by the Jonesboro A&P Commission.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call, and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
Welcome you back to Nettleton. Andy Manus and Blake Gwynn here to wrap things up between the Blytheville Chickasaws and the Nettleton Raiders. 30-13, the final score. Chickasaws come away with the win. 24 unanswered points from Blytheville to come away with a conference victory tonight, and a big one.
Oh, it was huge. Just all kinds of momentum. The celebration just ongoing now for the Chicks. It's really fun to watch over there. They absolutely completely flipped this thing around. I mean, it was unbelievable. I told you at one point during a break, I said, you just kept feeling like Nettleton really had this thing in hand, even when Blytheville charged back. But no, all of a sudden the defense came alive for them and completely flipped the momentum multiple times, held it together during some tough times that they could have easily just thrown their hands up, and came out, like you said, 24 unanswered is a real reflection of how the momentum shifted in this game.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you just go back to, we keep going back to that play that happened, I think in the in the third quarter. About 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Nettleton fumbled the football. It was called down, and Coach Ben Fisher got that unsportsmanlike conduct. He thought his team got the football, stripped it, had a chance for a scoop and score, and it was taken away from them. And the very next play, that's what happens. They fumble the football, give it right back to the Chicks. They travel the distance and go 71 yards, 17 plays, take about 7 minutes off the clock. And from that point on, like you said, it did seem like the scales kind of started to teeter in Nettleton's favor, but the Chicks never relinquished effort.
No, never. They had the big interception there with Willie Bell coming back the other way. The key is going to be for Nettleton is to walk away from this one. You've got to take the lessons that you learned. and just you're still a great football team. I still believe these are the two best teams in the 5A East Conference. They proved that here tonight. Just a great football game.
Nettleton will fall to a record of 4-1, 1-1 on the season, and again, they will take on the Paragould Rams in their next game here in Jonesboro. Blytheville Chickasaws are now 3-2 on the year, 2-0 in the 5A East, and they will hit the road once again to take on Greene County Tech. And back-to-back wins for the Blytheville Chickasaws. They are riding high atop of the 5A East Conference. We've got another game next week here on Tubetown. Make sure you tune in again next Friday as we're hitting the road, heading down to Mark Tree for another rivalry game as EPC is going to be coming down to Mark Tree. That's going to be a lot of fun, and of course we'll be taking a week off to gather ourselves before we hit playoff mode here at the end of the year. You see the next to last game will be Searcy at Jonesboro. That will be an excellent game to be a part of. And then, of course, the last game of the year, we're just going to try to pick the best game of the year for you guys. Lots of good teams this year, and we want to make sure that we're bringing you the best possible matchup. So stay tuned to see what that game is going to be. But again, next Friday night, we're going to be down in Mark Tree for another rivalry game down in the 2A3. That one's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Like I said, full football season mode now. We're in full swing. Everything's firing on all cylinders. That game tonight was indicative of that. The game next week will be a big one, too.
No doubt about it. Thanks to all of our camera crew who helped make tonight's game possible. Of course, all of our graphics guys down in the truck and our executive producer, Marcus Carlton. Big thanks to those guys and our sponsors as well. Want to say thanks to First National Bank and Hubbard and Hoke Furniture. Could not do this without the help of those awesome sponsors. Thank you guys for listening on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7 and for watching on Tubetown Facebook. We certainly appreciate you guys. For Blake Gwynn, I'm Andy Manus saying so long. We'll see you next Friday for more prep football here on Tubetown. Live local from Ritter Communications.